You feel my pain, baby. Yes, sir. A special one. The CEO is stand with the spoon. And your boy right at the south. To get your information. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. I'm gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to trust you trust for you and know. Take the children crying for starvation, just don't trust for. You want to get a news update, brother, don't trust for. You want to know what is happening, brother, don't trust for. Politicians want to make their decision, just don't trust for. You want to know what happening in the ministry, don't trust for. Yeah, don't trust for. All right, Tune to Spoon. This is where you get the news. This is where you get the updates. This is where you get to hear Liberians speak on the range of national issues. I'd like to welcome all of you tonight to this edition of Spoon Talk. We're live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5. We're live on Fabric Radio 101.1 and several other frequencies across Liberia, thanks to Voice of Liberia 104.1, and of course several other radio stations across Liberia that are relaying the program. Many thanks to our online audience. We are live on Spoon TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV. We're also live on YouTube. Our YouTube handle is Spoon Talk Live. I want to appreciate all of you for joining us tonight on this edition of Spoon Talk. And of course, this edition of Spoon Talk is going to be loaded. Now, we ask you to kindly share the program tonight across your different social media handles on Facebook, in your messenger groups, across those different handles. So we have a great show coming your way tonight as you join us on this edition of Spoon Talk. So you can share the show as you join us tonight. And now let me go in to recognize a few of you joining us tonight on this edition of Spoon Talk. I see Sam Popo is here tonight. Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. has joined in as well. Thank you for joining us. I see Mambu. Yes, Mambu is here tonight. Mambu Momo has joined us tonight. We appreciate you for coming on. We ask you to please share the show as you join us. I see Josephine Hill is here as well. And many of you keep coming on. Yes, just keep sharing the program as you come on tonight on this edition of Spoon Talk. Just keep sharing the show across your different social media handles. Let's have a great program tonight. Spoon is going to tell you what is happening in Liberia, what is happening in Monrovia, what the policymakers are doing. Of course, if you want to come face to face, if you want to engage with the policymakers, this is exactly where we get to do that. Spoon Talk is here tonight, and I want to appreciate all of you for joining us on this edition of the program. So we're going to, as we always do, go to the phone lines and hear your thoughts tonight and hear from you what those issues are that you want to talk about. We'll go to the phone line shortly and hear from you. Of course, the numbers to call as always is 0555 0555 is the number to call, and you'll be live on Spoon Talk. And yes, the first segment of the program is where you get to have the opportunity to speak out on the different issues that are of concern to you. And this segment is unique because it provides a perfect opportunity to all of you out there, whether you're in Liberia, you're in a diaspora, regardless of where you're from, across the 15 counties of Liberia, anywhere in the world. The What's on Your Mind segment provides that space where all of you get to come on. You get to talk about the issues that are of concern to you, the one that matters most to you. You get to speak out on those different critical national issues. So I want to welcome you tonight on the show. I want to make a quick adjustment here. So welcome to the show tonight. We're going to go to the phone lines now and start to hear from you on 0555 and you'll be live on the program tonight. Let's see if we talk to this person. Hello, your name and where you calling from. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Hello, you're live. Can you hear me?
Thank you very much. This is Alfonso Kamal. I'm for the poor for the nation of my breast. Last night I suffered with cold. Good evening to Spring FM family and good evening to my peace loving people of the Republic of Liberia and good evening to you, Jeff, my special brother and friend, next week in studio. The name remain constant Alfonso AF Kamal this beautiful Saturday evening. Bro,
Okay.
next week, what on my match have to deal with the yellow machines. And I am directly speaking to the procurement officer in charge of this yellow machine, which is Jamal Fakun. Where is our banner yellow machines? Because it's worrisome, it's scary. Our yellow machine have been diverted to Africa's Abidjan. And so
now let me ask you, Alfonso.
yes, sir.
Are you asking for the yellow machine or you already know where the yellow machines are? Which one?
Asking because it's worrisome. We expect our yellow machine to come straight to our free port on Monrovia. What is it that we got to get where it had to be diverted to another country to pay detail? And two was stolen for Sierra Leone and it was caught in the returned bank. So we are asking Jeremiah Banku to give us positive information about the yellow machine. When will our banner yellow machine come? Because even the one has come in this country, they are not there. They should be equitable to the rest and users of this country. So we are asking them, and also the chairman of committee to the distributions to the rest end user, my own kingsman, my Sabo kingsman, Brian Samuka. Then they come up with this information and accurate to the Liberian society. There's a government. We are not running a political institution. We are running governance. So let it be truthful and federal Liberian society.
All right.
The process was voted for truth and accountability. Because you show the Liberian master that you come to fight for corruption. And that is so illegal, it's corruption. So let me try to be clear with that.
Thank you very much for your input tonight, Alfonso. We appreciate you, this person. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Good evening to you. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much. This is a friend of brother. I remain Mohammed Emekane Tino, and I remain a member of the European Bureau.
Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Let me know what the thing that I don't know. The disciple then for the Martin, the two boys to be very honest with you. Okay? Martin, when a phone and a cut in here for Lofa, definitely. The portion of that yellow machine, the nothing pieces will be sent to Lufa. For now to June, trust me, every piece of the yellow machine, everything will be ready and be sent to the various counties.
So what capacity are you speaking in when you say from now to this time, from this time to this time, the machine will be in this location? What capacity are you speaking in?
Nothing?
Yeah.
No. Of my party, of the United Party, and I know what I speak for. Definitely, from my my father of Jeremiah Franco, just yesterday, my father stated that between now to June, for now to June, every no, all of the rest of the machine, everything will be prepared and
Okay.
everything will be brought in the country for now to the end of June. So I don't know what's coming from, and they're crying more than really. I don't know. No, they're crying. Definitely, where they head in this country after they return to former president as a violent in this country. You feel it?
Okay.
So they need to start wearing that fear for now to the end who already made for now to join. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your input tonight. This person, hello, your name and where you call from? Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, go ahead. You're live. Let's hear you.
My name is Mamu Bomo. I'm a kind of called religious listener. Yes, you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. You just have to stop listening to the other gadget. Just listen to your phone. Don't listen to the computer or any other thing you have there, please. There you go. The internet. Hello. Okay, I'm sorry. Hello. Okay, so we have to go back to this one. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you.
Yeah, hello. Spoon.
Yeah, hello, you're live on the show. Let's hear you.
This is the other guy. Stand down with a spoon. We're always talking about Liberia. What about America? What's happening with about his case in America there?
All right. So when he comes on, you can call back. Yeah. All
Hello?
right. So yeah, let's take this person. Hello, your name and where you call from? Let's hear you. Hello. Hello. We lost that person. Let's take this one. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you joining us from?
Yeah, Nelson, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay, sir. It's good to have you on.
Okay, my name is Emmanuel calling from the Matari, the people shop Fontaine Town.
And I will call. What's on your mind?
Yeah, my man, I was getting too full and job person from home, Madam Mary go to work in two Praga government. I even discussed that issue we once upon a time. We even have an appointment to meet at all. That's what my delivery person.
No. Hello.
Yeah, Nelson.
I don't remember the conversation you're talking about somebody poisoning you. And then secondly, I want you to use your what's on your mind segment to talk about issues that are concentrated on of national concerns. Because if you start to level allegation against somebody now, the person doesn't have the opportunity to come and clarify. And this is a very big platform. So I would suggest that you discuss national issues, sir, please.
Okay, Nelson, no problem. Thank you. Nelson, I need your number so you have your interface that will do that because I lost your number. It's still my other phone.
Okay, sir.
So you can try to call me. We'll discuss that. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this person, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Well, I'm Mr. Eric D. Niam, the incoming lawmaker of District Number 6, Monrovia County, to be precise.
Go ahead,
now,
sir.
what really on my mind here is I want for the Election Commission to be clear with us. What our campaign are already started. Because Jeke Koluba is in Bikano campaigning massively. So the campaign already started to tear up. Because right now, I've already wearing my political jacket to want to move from community to community in District Number 6 to start campaigning now. So a campaign already started. The Election Commission be clear with us. And tell because Jeke Koluba is moving. If Bikano, now as he's speaking, we're in District Number 2 campaigning massively. So that's what I want to know.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your input tonight. This person, this one 0555101075 is the number to call and you'll be live. Hello, your name and where you joining from?
Yeah, I'm Mohammed Sherry calling from Monrovia.
Mohammed Sherry, let's hear you. What's on your mind?
on my mind. I want to tell the government the reason why they qualify for the government. Now, without saying nothing happening to the poor, now the government can come back to tell anything. And now the yellow machine that they tell the body yellow machine. But why is we in Africa? So we they brought a machine for labor for the people for it to work for labor. But now the machine in Africa. Then they tell the reason why.
Was there an official statement that said that the machine is in Africa? Did the government release an official statement of that? Probably have not seen it.
But that's what they tell you, and that's what we're hearing.
That's what you're hearing?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your input tonight. Hello, your name and where you call from? Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Mr. Bola speaking.
Okay, Mr. Bola, go ahead.
From district number 9.
Okay.
You see, I don't know what actually on my mind is. I see my fellow citizens rushing with this government. This government is a government, it's not for small children. We were not telling people that we're going to do this. Are you getting me? Okay. We can we never go anywhere. The machines are coming. The reason why the machines are in Africa is because the ship that brought them, they can't lie at your port. So they have to stay there and pull it out, get another ship, put it in, they bring it. Those things are not going to come with cargo. It's not going to happen because we know some people are not satisfied with us and they are our best friend. And the Bible says, love your enemy as you love yourself. Don't worry about the machines, they are coming. One thing that we should think of, when the machines come, what are we going to do in our various district or various counties? I should plan that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bola, for your input tonight. This person, hello, your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you.
Thank you, Nelson. My name is Abraham Sakama. I call you from Zuba Town. My concern, Nelson, has to do with the Liberia Marketing Association. If government don't look at that entity to reform or revamp it, bring some transformation into that sector, we are going nowhere in Liberia when it comes to the system developed in the market. Poverty is increasing among marketers. People are being driven out and sent on the mirror, and you have other people taking the stores and controlling, selling things outside. Marketing Association is selling tickets to those people. They are the ones that are sowing poverty among our people. Everything is, they control almost all of the markets in Liberia, whether they are a private entity or government entity. What gives them the authority to control the entire market system in Liberia? I don't know. If nothing is done about LNA, I can promise you, in the next 10 years, there will be no Liberian on the market, and those that will be on the market will be poor and wretched and would never survive the time that is to come.
Thank you for your input tonight. This person, hello.
Hello, Nelson.
Yeah, hello, you're live.
All right, this is Princess Kanguma Dynasty. I'm calling from district number 1, Lower Kingsburg, North County.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Thank you for picking up my call. I just want to share my own perspective on the topic what's on your mind.
Okay.
So I would think that Liberia has turned politically, emotionally charged country, where most of the policy makers are not ready in terms of development, political position. Imagine, for example, we surrender our political rights to the team of Joseph Walker to stand in the of this country for the next 6 years. Regrettably, easy as electricity is and water under the ground, we can't even get it sustainable or reliable. But they are not thinking about the 6 year we gave them, they are thinking about 2029. And that's part of the problem. And that's why the government is not going anywhere. It is almost practically impossible for us to look at the Liberia situation today, public policy wise, the way things are going. I think we'll go to the next 150 years before we can get stable electricity. That's how it looks like statistically. Or maybe we might not even succeed getting that done. So when you drive on the street of Monrovia and Kingsway, for example, you don't even see those basic social services just to pick on the trash. You don't see the government do it. When you leave Monrovia, you don't even find police officer. So what is the government? Then President Walker goes to California, United States, and say everything is good.
Okay.
It's special to the highest speed. So at the time, every that problem with Omar Ellie, so there's something wrong. We must also do something wrong.
All right.
When the president didn't talk about it, oh, they don't have moral compass. But the other people that are doing what they're doing now, they have moral compass.
Thank you for your input tonight, Francis. We appreciate
Thank
you. Yeah, thanks a lot. This person, hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Ibrahim Keita, calling from Monrovia.
Yeah, Ibrahim, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I asked you, Liberia, the LEC. You know, they feed and they feed understanding that the people they're sending, calling their contractor, then they put it on the pole to give us power. They are the same people coming back in the net and taking off our meter that they're giving us. Because and the meter, if the people get all the meter, end of the day we'll see people will come and take the meter from all and from beyond all in the name of we don't know what they're doing. We'll complain to EDC, we cannot get no redress for EDC. So we ask the government to EDC to please intervene towards our case.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for your input tonight. This person, hello.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's good to have you on. What's on your mind?
Okay, T-Man, and I call you from NTA.
Okay.
Yellow, the subscriber you are trying to reach is currently on another call. Please hold.
You are taking another call.
Yellow, the subscriber you are trying to
All
reach
right,
is currently on a...
We'll have to hold you there and take another person from this end. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from? Let's hear you. Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, we lost that person. This one. Hello?
Yeah, I said I'm T-Man and I call you from NTA.
Yeah, it's good to have you on. What's on your mind?
Thank you. But
oh, hello. Okay, so we have to come back here.
Me.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, you getting me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'll appeal to the government to start to teach the Constitution at zero university and that of high schools. Because Liberia, we the Liberians, we don't know the Constitution. That's why the legislature or the representatives, the House of Representatives, need to work and expel the people that elected him supposed to go for expulsion. Thank you. That's what I want to discuss.
All right. Thank you for your input tonight. This person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Edwin Morma, calling from Sophie and last turning point.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my message goes to Unit Party. Since they take in power 2020 election, almost we went too late dirty water. They need to help us. They need to open trade center for us. We can't be here. You know, Joel pay money. They give money to their friends, but some people more money. We want more money for them. We want to put open trade center for us, so that we can be able to learn something for ourselves tomorrow. We're not asking for money. We're asking for youth empowerment. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your input. This person. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. You're live. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I'm Abraham and I call from Boucher Island.
Let's hear you, sir. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I have two things on my mind.
Okay.
The first thing is that I want government to lift the ban on private institutions that were covering from the Solomon border. We need to know what is happening there. The press in the be giving free access. Another thing is I want to find out from this station. The reporter from Spoon that was reporting from Solomon complained that people were after him. It's been a long time. We're not hearing from him. His well-being or his whereabouts is my concern. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for your input tonight. Keep the calls coming to 0555-101075. That's the number to call tonight, and you'll be live on the program. We'll go back to the phone line. Take this person. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Let's hear you. Hello. Okay, we lost that person. But you can keep your calls coming through. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, you're live. What's your name and where you joining us from?
Yes, I'm Moses Gafon, and I do join you from Batam, Turning Point.
Moses, go ahead. What's on your mind?
Just want to make it clear to those of them that have political ambition. If you are in this country and you got political ambition, if you are from 40 all the way to 60, we will consider you. But based on the way President Bwaka is ruling, the breaking of laws and other things, he is very heavy to other people who have ambition. When you cross 65 in Liberia, definitely will not vote for you. Bwaka is the stopping point of being the oldest or at his reach to become president of this nation again. We regretted voting for Bwaka. I'm saying the truth.
So why you want to stop it to 65?
Yeah, we are stopping to 65. We're trying to say that we say it is old people. The old people on there, the way that the old people are treating we the citizens, the common people. They see law, they say we shouldn't break it. They are the one breaking the laws. So we regret putting older people on president. So when you cross 65, definitely Liberians will not follow you. We thought the presidency would take it from the youth and give it to people who have experience. Now they're using it to suppress us in anything they say we want to do all the things, all the way. They will torture all, they will come there with that kind of violent way. They say they are experienced people, they are old people. I don't think it's necessary for us to entrust our country in older people hands because they know they already live their life. Thank you for having me.
Anyway, thank you. Thank you for your input tonight. 0555-101075 is the number to call tonight, and you'll be live. The What's on Your Mind segment is dedicated to you, so you get to speak. Just anything that's of concern to you. Hello. Yeah, hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
This is Spring Wilson calling from Cow Factory.
What's on your mind?
The thing that's on my mind is I want to see security.
You said you want your audio is fluctuating.
Hello?
Your audio is seriously fluctuating. You said what?
Hello, you getting me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
The private security. I'm trying to private security.
The president's security.
You are less paid, you are used, you are abused anywhere. I know because they know say when I get back pay, and I no back pay. So when they will just use you for 10. I know some of my friends that I work with private security for over 10, 15 years. They can just pull you down anyhow, anytime they want to pull you down. I beg the CEO, I beg. I want to be the voice of the voiceless, the private security, and we are working the country.
All right.
Yeah, I beg you, Chi. Let the CEO, let people start advocating concerning the private security in this country.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your input. We appreciate you tonight. Thanks for that great concern about the private security, the well-being of those in the private security sector. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm okay. It's good to have you on. Let's hear you. What's on your mind?
Yeah, this is Thomas Jansi. I'm speaking from Stephen Tower.
Thomas from
Stephen
Stephen
Tower. Is that I'm very happy for the removal of Yage Koluba. This time, our old lady then a young woman called again. And he has become another journalist with Spoon Talk now as one of the panelists. So, thank you.
Thank you for your input. We appreciate your input tonight. This person, hello.
Yeah, man. I'm okay, man.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. Can you be audible a bit?
I'm calling from Mama Clay.
From Mama Barkley?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your mind?
One time, one go over to start campaign for Yage Kolba.
Oh, you want to go to campaign for Yage Kolba?
Yeah, one go start for the campaign to the Guinea people, so that they really can join all for the campaign for him. Hey, Mona go grandpa, so he can't go far. For him, yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, let's see. I want to say thank you for the show. This is Fred Johnson. I'm speaking from Monrovia.
Fred, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to say kudos to the Vice President in advance for pushing the liberal nationalization policy. Yeah, I will wait to see how far it will go. Thank you. That's all my mind.
Thank you for your input tonight. Okay, so we'll take just two more calls. Wow. Okay, let me do this. Okay. Okay, this person, let me squeeze this person in. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Nelson.
Yeah, hello. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, how are you? First of all, I want to say happy birthday to you, my brother. I wish you a zillion more years to come. I wish you to be living your day out 110 comes out.
Thank you.
And keep watching out for your gift on this number. It will pop up soon. Thank you, my brother, for all you do. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for your input tonight. Please go ahead. Let's hear what's on your mind. Oh, okay. So he left the line. All right. So I think we're going to hold it there. I see Diamond is in the background. Let me bring Diamond on. Wow. See the way the man shining. I don't know what kind of lighting the man using. Oh no. Hold on. One second. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what kind of light Diamond using. But the man, the light self. Okay, now I got this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Diamond, welcome to the show. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Nelson. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just here thinking the brand of lighting you're using. Because the lighting is exceptional. You know, the lighting changed my whole complexion. I thought you paid a quick trip to the US to be back.
You got jokes. Incoming. Happy birthday, my daughter. Yeah. Happy birthday, my daughter.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wish you many more years to come. You are a wonderful guy. You know, you do your job exceptionally well. We are the Spoon Network. We're proud to have you as one of our own. And as a young man myself, I do admire what you do. So happy birthday to you. And I'm sure thousands and thousands of Liberians who share similar view, you know, we've been wishing you happy birthday. I've been following the comment trend. But what did you do to spend the birthday? That I see in your well at Tobert and all that.
Yeah.
But what did you do? How did you spend the day?
Yeah, so I spent most of the day home. Started the day with just a reflection. Spending some time with God. Spending some time with God. You know,
yeah.
As a child of God, as a believer.
Amen. The believer. Amen.
Yeah, you know, and then I then took off. I actually intended visiting 2 orphanages today to get the celebration going on, to just share some love with the folks. But then went to the first destination, and they said they operate on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and so they are closed for that day. And I'm thinking, okay. So then the next destination, I went there on my birthday. I think it was 2020. So unfortunately, when I got there today, just this evening, I was told that orphanage has closed. You know, for some reason they're not there anymore. So I'm contemplating on doing this somewhere tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing maybe identifying somewhere that I get to do that. I'm told they have a place also in Bartonsville, something like that. Yeah, but that was basically how I spent the day. Yeah.
Okay. Happy birthday again, Nelson. It's good that you started off your day with God, which is the best way to start. It's good that you've reflected over how far you've come and what you want to achieve going forward. And I know one of those achievements will be, excelling more than what you've been doing so far. Whether or not you go for the representative seat of district number 10, we will be supporting you to the fullest in all of what you do. And I'm sure Liberians want to celebrate you. So what I suggest is we take at least the 20 minutes up to 9, because at 9 o'clock we'll be playing host to Dr. Gray. He's going to be talking about his book. But right now, let's focus it on you, Nelson. So if we wanted to, which I know thousands of Liberians want to give your gift, want to celebrate you, they say, give the man his flowers, he's alive.
Oh my God.
How do we do it? How do we celebrate you? How do we put a smile on your face if we want to do it right now? What a number that we can send it to? And start saying nice words to you. Let's buy your surgery and your mother, Nelson. Let's add whatever it is that you take into the orphanages. Let's add them up. If you take in 10 bags already, add it up to 100. My people, I know you agree with me as well. So Nelson, put up the number. They say put your money where your mouth is. So I'll do my transfer from here. Put up the number and let me give the first 3 bags of rice to you. Put up the number and let the rest of the folks do it. Oh yeah, my man.
Okay.
If campaign be there, your chairman. If campaign there, your chairman.
Oh no. We All right. So thanks a lot. Let me try to do this now.
Yeah, put out the number. Let's celebrate you, Nelson. Put out the number. Let's celebrate you. Let's celebrate you. I'll get 3 bags of rice to that cause, that noble cause of yours. Others would have said, which is no crime. Let me go spend it somewhere, and go feed myself and them. But you say, you know what? Let me give back to society. That's a nice one. So I'll put 3 bags of rice there. I'm on for a red distance.
So where I got the rice from today was $14.50. $14.50.
50. So there you say $15. Let me just say 15. Yeah. So that's 45. So I'll send you the $45 right now once you put the number up, and the rest of the folks can equally do the same. You can buy soap, you can buy chloride, you can buy sanitary products, you can buy oil, you can even buy Doga Flap Bay. Let's make it grand for Nelson, folks. So yes, let's do it. Nelson, put the number up, please. Just put the number up, and let's do this for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think that.
Let's stick one time. It might not screw, Nelson. If it's screw, it can give a hard time. Yeah, it should just be. It shouldn't screw.
So
yeah.
Let me do this. Okay. So this is the number. Let me attach.
The Nina Del, what I can't say the different person. What your knee against that?
Oh, what? what my knee again? You remind me of the CEO.
That put the number of time go here. Let the people appreciate you.
Wow, I don't know. Let me cancel this from here. I don't know this. Okay, so okay.
While Nelson is putting the number up, folks, we all do know Nelson Collect, what he does for us. It's his birthday, and what he's doing to celebrate the birthday as well is a remarkable feat, and we must appreciate him for what he does for us as a country, as a network, and what he's going to do to celebrate his birthday with the people as well, the orphans there in the orphanages that he's planning to go to. So what we're doing is while we wait for the time, we got at least 16 minutes. In those 16 minutes, Nelson still wasting time to put a number up. In those 16 minutes, okay, there you go. All right, so let's appreciate him. Let's add to his noble cause. Let's get him a gift. Let's do this for Nelson Colette. Can't be saying, oh, Nelson, cool show, cool voice, oh, hard work, and everything. And thank God, and that's celebrating your birthday. Then, all right, I'm going limbo. All right, 080 87 03. That number, I can get the same wave on. Eh?
Yeah, yes, definitely. It's the same number I have. That's basically mobile money for me. So you get to do both the send wave and all of that on it. Wow.
Please read the number out for those listening to the radio, so they can do what they want to do as well for you. And those watching, you can read the number out for them as well, so that we can give you something for your birthday.
So the number is 0880-398-703. That's the number 0880-398-703. That's the number there. But again, I really want to appreciate
check your phone now. I've
all right. You know, the people can say talk and do. The man what? The man finished doing the talk and do. As I speak, folks, the thing is on my phone already. You know? So the folks now at that place where we're going tomorrow, they can rest assured that they already have 3 additional bags.
Yeah, Nelson.
Yeah, so the folks can rest assured that but Damo, you will not believe what's happening.
What's happening?
The people calling the Wait, okay, let me answer the person here.
Answer the call. Maybe the person will confirm your number.
Hello. Yeah, hello.
You just put the number up.
Yeah. Hello.
So happy birthday to the individual.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So, Damo, you see, the number is just ringing now. That's serious.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Hello.
Well, I have nothing to do just to reach you. Happy birthday, long live and prosperity.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thanks a whole lot. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. You know, and Damo. Oh, and now the number is ringing. Hello.
Yeah, what you get number for?
This is Eric from Florida, Liberia.
Okay, Eric.
I want to say happy birthday. I want to say happy birthday to you, my brother. Yeah, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Eric. Thanks a whole lot, my dear brother.
I'm the one here who's also related Force of Liberia. I'm gonna say, Damon, how are you? And thank you.
Thank you.
Eric has been doing a cool job for us, Nelson. So Eric, we'll talk off the radio, but thank you for congratulating Nelson and wishing him a happy birthday. Yeah, so folks, we're celebrating Nelson Colette today. It's his birthday. Nelson has been doing tremendously well for us. He's also planning to visit orphanages to celebrate his birthday with the kids there, and that's a good way to go. So what we're doing is, folks watching and listening all across, we can all help in that noble cause, if not only to celebrate Nelson, but at least to add on to what items he's taking to those orphanages and to make sure he celebrates his birthday to the fullest. So the number is there. Calling and wishing him happy birthday. That's nice. We appreciate that. But you can also tap out the basket too, when the man go in there so the man can go heavy. So doing it to celebrate him and to make him heavy as he goes out there. So it's 0880 39 87 03. For those of you overseas, it's +231 880 398703. Let post on in Nelson's basket. Let make the man to go there and do what he wants to do and do it in grand style. So Nelson, it's over to you.
Yeah, definitely, Diamond. The phone has been ringing back to back. but Diamond, you know, the work we do is a unique one. You get to know how much people appreciate you, especially on a day like this. A lot of people I've never interacted with before, never talked to before, never chatted with before. The love was just, I mean, overboard today. It was just so massive, and yes, and to some extent, the folks get to treat you so differently on a day like this, and then that's how we get to know that the job we do is being appreciated by people, some of whom do not even get to see us, meet with us, and so forth. So I appreciate all of the folks out there. I appreciate everyone who have been reaching out, and you wouldn't believe, Diamond, this morning. Why I was having you know, I was spending some time with God. I had lots of missed calls. You know, the missed calls were just so many, and I just want to appreciate all of the folks out there. And I want to appreciate our bosses as well, the former CEO, the vision bearer, who thought
It's a vision
saw it
pyramid in
prudent.
the sun. Yeah, political party.
Who saw it prudent to come up with a platform like this to invest in it. And our CEO, Madam Titi Kane, you here, Diamond, the deputy general manager, and the entire team. I think this is possible with the involvement of everyone, and I just appreciate everyone, you know, especially given everything that's happening. Yeah.
How many basket of food you got today? Different basket.
Interestingly, I swallowed GB today. You know,
My
I
man,
just took a
I say what you eat. I say how many basket of food you got? You
no,
understood the
the
question,
play
but
is
you added it.
going,
You know,
man.
yeah.
The play is going. See already. I mean, we're going through the century. You want?
How many basket of food you got? Like what me, I don't know. How many basket?
Okay.
Different basket.
Instead of question, I didn't get pink, blue, green, yellow, and maroon baskets today. I
Ale
got just one
ale
basket.
ale basket. Actually, go ale color and because ale color you can remember the baskets of.
No, it was just one basket, you know, because when the many baskets start to come, then you already know. Once Diamond start talking about basket, how many baskets you got today, then you know where the man going. That only one
No,
basket I can say that all.
I only want basket.
Yeah,
Thank you.
one basket. You know,
No,
I don't eat
I try.
much, so I didn't
My
have to
man,
receive many baskets. You know, I
my
just got
man.
one.
I say how much you can eat. Yeah, as you how many baskets you got, you name pink,
So
blue, yellow, and
where the baskets came from?
basket can come from anywhere now. I say where they coming from. I say how many baskets you got. You just mention the fact that you have a lot of people who called you, who
Yeah.
appreciated you, who so that the baskets could come from any of those places. Why are you making baskets or sound suspicious?
You know, yeah, baskets. You know, I don't know, but I think I have an idea where you're going. But I got just
Where
one
are you going?
basket today. A quick disclaimer: there was no blue, green, purple, maroon. You know, there was just one basket. You know, and yeah, that's how the entire thing
So
went.
so you answer all the calls that came your way today. All the calls that came, you answer those calls.
No, I didn't answer some of the calls. I didn't. You know, no, but Diamond, it happens to you too. Sometimes you don't
But
get to
what?
answer all of the
No,
calls
listen, now,
because
listen. I'm not the
yeah,
one celebrating my birthday, yeah, am I? I'm not the one celebrating my birthday. It's you. I just asked you. Answer all the calls. You said no. You didn't answer some calls. So which are those calls that you didn't answer?
okay. So there were some calls that came in at a time when I was
You're
not in the
praying.
position. Yeah, okay. When I was praying, yeah. So
Mm.
when I was praying, you know, there were some calls that came in, so I couldn't respond. Let's say return all of the calls, you know, especially
Mm.
at that time. But um,
You know the
yeah,
reason I asked you. The reason I asked you that question was I phantom that you were so occupied with calls and love and overwhelming, pouring in on baskets that we spoke later on during the day, so I was thinking that probably you had a lot of calls, and I didn't want to, but happy birthday, my brother. Folks,
Yeah.
let's make Nelson's plan for his birthday come to pass. Let's pray for that. Yes, 0880398703. For those of you listening, that's the number. Nelson plans on going to an orphanage or orphanages. He wants to go out there and identify with the kids and make sure that they can also form part of celebrating with him this very special day of his life. So if you want to do it now, you can do it. If you want to do it after the program, the number is on the screen. At 9 p.m. our time, we will be playing host to Dr. Gray. He's the author of a beautiful book, but he's one Liberian, like many other Liberians in the diaspora, that are making serious strides in their areas, Nelson, and they are unsung heroes. He's got a beautiful book that he authored. He's got another piece coming up as well, but we will not just be talking about the book. We'll be talking about the individual, the author behind the book, the story within the book, and how others can connect with him and be inspired by what he's been able to achieve so far. I'm talking about achievement, Nelson. You wouldn't notice, but you are also a mentor to a lot of people. You're a mentor to a lot of young Liberian journalists and even some of the practitioners that have been in the field for a while. You're admired by young and old, and I must say I applaud you. I went where did I go to do a coverage, and someone mentioned and mistook me for you. The person said, "Oh, Nelson Kole, yo." So I said, "No, I'm not Nelson."
I thought I'm the only person who that happens to a lot. You
I said, Nelson
remember?
Kole, yeah. So yeah, go ahead, Nelson.
I mean, most times I'm at the Senate, I'm at the Capitol building, I run into people. I say, Diamond Slanger, oh, that Diamond there. I'm saying, hey, God. At some point, it used to be Cholope. When I go places, they say, that Cholope, that's Professor Cholope. And sometimes you have to be, but nowadays, it's almost normal. Every time you go somewhere, I say, Diamond Slanger. I say, okay. So sometimes I say, oh yeah. What's up? How you doing? You good? And then we move on. So don't be surprised. One day somebody walk up to you and say, man, we met this other place, And just know that it was on one of those occasions. And it's interesting. And I used to think that it was just because with the radio, because I remember years back when I was just doing the radio with Fabric Radio, it was Aaron, Kuban, and Trojan Kiazulu. So they were
May
always
so rest in
mistaking,
peace.
yeah. They were always mistaking me for Aaron. Aaron goes somewhere and they're asking for Nelson. But I thought it was because it was just radio. But now even when the people are seeing our faces, you go somewhere and they call Nelson Diamond, they call Diamond Nelson, and it's just that way. But I think that's the beauty of it. And we still appreciate
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, the person admires you a lot. It's one government official. I want to do a piece of job, and the person said, "Oh, Nelson." I said, "No, I'm not Nelson. I'm Diamond." So, "Oh, okay." I really appreciate Nelson. I admire what he does. I admire what you guys do at the station. You should convey that message, to Nelson. So as you celebrate this day, I also want to remind you that you've become a beacon of hope, a beacon of light, a source of trusted information for thousands of Liberians. And many of the young kids, they admire you as well. So when you go to those orphanages, don't be surprised, that they will mention your name because they do follow and they look up. I want you to use that as always as an encouragement to keep on striving for more. That yes, you shouldn't be relaxed about that. You shouldn't feel pompous about it as many people do. They allow, the fame, whatever they want to call it in Liberia, to enter their heads and then they start to misbehave. But you are a well cultured person, and I want to encourage you that this should also encourage you to do more. Happy birthday again, my brother. As we wait for
Thank
Dr. Gray to come on, happy birthday to you. But I'll leave you for a minute or two, and I'll be back just in a minute, please.
Okay. Yeah. So I know once you get back, Dr. Gray will be all set to come on, and we'll be looking forward to get signals from him once he's ready. We're going to bring him on. But while we're awaiting that, I think we have about a minute to go. But I want to say thanks to all of you. And I sincerely appreciate every single person, your calls, your messages, the best wishes, and just everything. We do appreciate you a lot. And most times I go out when we get to interact with most of you. When I get to interact with most of the folks out there, I always told them that you guys are the reason why we do what we do, and it's a two-way street. It's like you have the link going, the link coming, like you're driving through the traffic. The road is incomplete without any of the lanes. If you don't have the lane going, the road is incomplete. There will have to be a lane going. There will have to be a lane coming. And so the same happens with what we do. Without an audience, there will be no Spoon Talk. There will be no Spoon Network. It's because of you, the audience, you, the people who take up your time, listen to the radio. Um, you you engaging in the comment section. You're clicking every time you see the notification that Spoon TV is live. Is because of you that the Spoon Network is as big as it is, reaching thousands of people across the world every single day. And we want to appreciate you for that, for those meaningful contributions that you continue to make. It's 9 o'clock now. In a moment from now, we're going to be bringing Dr. Michael K. Gray on. A great conversation coming your way here shortly. Um, the conversation is going to be centered around his book. A lot to talk about, and it is very inspiring to see that Liberians are making tremendous impact across the world, and they're raising the Liberian flag high across different parts of the world. And Dr. Gray happens to be just one of those persons. And so the conversation tonight is going to be centered around his work and everything you need to know about his book and all of that. He's going to be telling us tonight. So we ask you to share the program as you join us, because it's going to be a great interaction here tonight. And we want to appreciate all of you joining us here tonight. Diamond will come on shortly, and once he does, then he will usher in Dr. Gray, and then we get the conversation started from there. But I want to welcome everyone. Voice of Lawalazu, thank you for being on. Boyma, that's Boakai Sonin. We appreciate you. Amos, somewhere. I want to say thank you as well for joining tonight. Guys, please keep sharing the program as you join us tonight. It's going to be a great conversation. Kamara Loy is here as well. Thank you for joining us. We want to welcome all of you from across YouTube, Facebook, just anywhere, everywhere. We want to say thank you for joining us here tonight. Makula, that's Makula Sayon. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Okay, I recognize voice of Lawalazu. I see Joshua Gatte is here. Vivian Doe has joined us. Graceful Yan is here as well. Thank you for joining us. And I want to appreciate all of you coming on. Just keep sharing the program as you join us tonight. I see Sekou Sharif is here as well. Thanks for the birthday wishes. I appreciate you, Sekou. Thanks for joining us. Matthew Bozzi is here as well. Warty Twe is joining from Philadelphia. Thank you for joining us tonight. Faithful, Fruitful Taylor, I appreciate you for coming on tonight. Ernest Yonkwe. Yes, Ernest Yonkwe. Thank you for joining us tonight. Jerry Tati. We appreciate you for joining us from Bentor. Yes, Bentor is in Montserrat County here. And we want to appreciate you for joining us from Bentor City. I see Rafael Bati. That's Bale. Rafael Bale is here as well. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, all of my gadgets are off now. So yes, just keep sharing the program. Keep sharing the program, Abraham Johnson, thank you for being here. Vera Wallace, we appreciate you a whole lot. Thanks for coming on tonight. Valencia Washington, thank you for being here tonight. I see Eddie Kawa. Yes, Eddie Kawa, it's been some time. You're joining us from Canada. Thank you for joining us. Pete Cook. Uncle Pete, the man from all of the counties in Liberia, is here tonight. Thank you for coming on. Fode Kemun, we appreciate you. Robert Meh, thank you for joining us. Hope I got the last name right. Abraham Johnson, thank you for being here as well. Just keep sharing the program as you join us tonight. I see Joe Lai Kane is here tonight. Lai, thank you for joining us from District 11, Carwell, Samoka Town. That's where you're joining us from. And we appreciate you for being here tonight. Emmanuel Zina, thank you for joining us. I'm doing well, Emmanuel. Thanks for asking. I see Daniel Tante is here tonight. Daniel Tante is joining us from where exactly? He didn't say that, but I appreciate you for coming on. Philip Bala, Mr. Bala, thank you for joining us. Bajibo, yes. Melvin Gakpa, thank you for coming on as well. I see a lot of you joining us. Just keep sharing the program as you join in tonight. And let's have a great show. Let's have a great conversation. Prince Zoe, that's Zion. Thank you for coming on tonight as well. See Charles. Charles Weber. Thank you for coming in. Nathaniel Johnson says he's joining from Lane Street in Monrovia. Thank you for joining us tonight. I see Alex Campbell is here as well. Thank you for joining us, Alex. We appreciate you. And I see all of the folks joining us. So Diamond is back. Diamond, it's good to have you back. I think you're in a better position now to usher Dr. Gray in. So let me get this down. Sorry, 1 second. Diamond, I thought you had the controls and all of that from your end.
No, I don't. I don't have my computer here with me, so that's why I sent you everything that we need for the program, all of the pictures and short videos, and after Dr. Gray, the short conversation we will have concerning the issue of sanitation in the country. You know, the former president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, made a statement, you know, said the city is filthy, the city is dirty. And the mayor of Monrovia, Mayor Shaffer, also made a statement, you know, in essence saying, put your money where your mouth is. And if you're talking about having a clean city, what are you doing as well? But there are a lot of questions that are questions that have arisen from what the mayor said, and his response. He has come under a lot of scrutiny. We'll talk about that, but then I'm sure some of the panelists will join the program because tonight we're having a very short program, at least 2 hours at most. But after the conversation with Dr. Gray, we are definitely going to focus on the issue of sanitation in our country. Yes, it's true, citizens have got a responsibility. Yes, it's true that we have the city ordinance and all of those things, but who bears the greater responsibility in keeping the city clean? And so now, that's just to lay out the conversation after we've spoken with Dr. Gray. Is he in the background?
Yeah, Dr. Gray is here. So I think I should bring him on now.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Hello. So I say good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for bringing me on.
Thank you, Dr. Gray. It's a pleasure speaking with you, Dr. Michael K. Gray. So we're here to talk about your book. We're here to talk about you as the author. We're here to point Liberians in a direction as to where they can get the book as well. But let's kickstart the conversation. Dr. Michael Gray, can you kindly introduce yourself to us? Let Liberians know who you are.
Okay, so I'm Dr. Michael K. Gray. I was a chief of staff of the late Congressman Donald Payne Jr. He was the second Black congressman in the state of New Jersey. And prior, his father, Donald Payne Sr., was the first Black congressman. So I've worked for the Payne family for the last 20 years, serving different capacity, also working from a local government level, county level, and state level. So most of my life was within the public arena and mostly with the pains.
Nice. Pardon the question though, but were you born in Liberia? Did you live here?
Sure. Yeah, sure. So I was born in Bomi County. That's where I was born. And then we moved to Monrovia, Monrovia County. And we lived in an area called Trusafale. And my father and mother moved to Buchanan because my father was working with Lamco. So Buchanan was one of the places that I lived. And when the war came, I lived with my uncle, the late Peter H. Booker. He was the general manager of the National Bank of Liberia. And we lived in ERWA and later on in Logan Town. So basically, I experienced the war, but I did not experience the second war. I went through the first war and went through lots of experiences that I share in the book, and I also share some lessons learned. And I'm hoping that other people can learn from the lessons that I learned through my experiences from Liberia and also the United States.
Nelson, I'll turn it over to you after this. My last question. So, you know, there are a lot of Liberians, including yourself, that have excelled to higher offices there in the U.S. I'm looking at pictures, and Nelson will put those pictures up. I'm seeing a picture of you, and is this the former Vice President of the United States of America?
Former President of the United States of America is President Joe Biden.
I see Joe Biden here. I see a picture of you and Madam Clinton. That's Obama. You and former President Obama. Wow. So you've been there. This is Hillary Clinton, right?
Yeah, Hillary Clinton. So basically, it is the nature of the work. Working for the Pains allowed me to interact with government officials and stakeholders from different sectors, also from the private sector. So it was just part of my work responsibilities. As if, for example, if the president was coming to like New Jersey, I will be with the congressman and we will go to the airport to welcome the president within our state. And so I've had the opportunity of meeting President Obama, President Biden, and other key officials on several occasions. So we're just part of the work.
Part of the work. Now, in that space that you occupied at the time, I know you just didn't meet with American leaders. You met with leaders from all around the world. Did any point in time, did you get to sit in discussions or push documents that were related to Liberia? You know, as a Liberian in that particular political establishment there in Washington, D.C. or wherever it is you find yourself?
Sure. First of all, I'd like to give a big thanks to God for everything that I've ever conspired in my life. That's the first thing. The Payne family created so much opportunity. I was able to advocate a lot for Liberia specifically, and there are lots of things that I can name. You like to name specifically?
Yeah, please name some.
Let's say, for example, advocating for the TPS and the temporary protected status of Liberian, the DED, and even helping Liberian to get permanent status is something that we advocated for. Money for Liberia in terms of redevelopment is something that we advocated for during the Mrs. Sirleaf administration, and I even had an opportunity of engaging with her and through the congressman, and there was a specific project we were working on in terms of helping Liberia with electricity. I've worked along with the WE administration. There was a specific time there was some funding in terms of the USAID, and Congressman Ping advocated for that. Even like the Millennium Project, I think there was $200 and something million. We were very instrumental. That particular day, we were invited to be at the event, but President Obama visited New Jersey that day. So we could not really travel there. It was Mrs. Greenfield that was heading the program with other elected officials. Appointed official from the State Department. And I can go on even in terms of the green card. There's something called DV visa, diversity visa. That particular program was about to be eradicated for like a STEM-based visa or like merit-based visa. Congressman Payne was a key advocate that advocated for that, and I played a very instrumental role in that process. Even when Ebola came, in terms of funding, it was something that we fought for hard, and also not only funding but helping those countries to get like temporary status, and also even the extension of those statuses is something that we advocated for a long period of time. So for the last 20 years, that's what I've done, advocating for not only Liberia, but countries in sub-Saharan Africa, but specifically advocating for the people of New Jersey, because Congressman was very instrumental in bringing billions of dollars in the state. And I was very thankful to be on the table to work in with the greatest government in the world to advocate for Americans and also Africans, and specifically my country, Liberia.
Thank you. It's good that you never lost touch with home. I'll pass now to Nelson Colette and Connor Gray, who's also here. Nelson, any questions? We're just getting to know Dr. Michael K. Gray, and then we'll move into the book that he has written to point the conversation in that direction. But right now, we're getting to know the author of the book, what he does, and everything. So go ahead, Nelson, please.
Well, good evening to you, Dr. Gray. It's a pleasure meeting you here for the first time.
Good evening, Nelson. It's a pleasure, and I'm a fan of your work. Thank you for the great work that you do.
I appreciate, sir. Thank you. And I listen. I just sat by listening to you, and just the surface of the conversation just before we get into the actual reason why you're here. I firstly want to know what triggered your interest. What was that driving force behind your involvement with the whole writing? I know you worked with with several high profile officials and stuff like that. But at what point did you sit and decide that, look, I'm going to start to put pen to paper, and stuff like that?
Okay. I think there's a little glitch that occurred. Can you hear me? There's a little
Yes,
glitch.
sir, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, look, I want to say a big thanks to my big brother. First of all, my cousin Connor Gray. Connor Gray was one of the individuals that raised me. So I just want to acknowledge him. Connor, how you doing? It's a great pleasure. And Connor can attest to this story. When I was a kid, I probably started writing songs when I was maybe 6, 7 years old. And then I formed a relationship between writing songs and writing poems and writing short stories. And I also realized that many great people in life capture their stories. So I saw the need to capture my story. And I think that other people who learn from my story. So it was the driving force that actually encouraged me to write the story, so that other generation of people, or even the current generation, can actually learn from some of the experiences that I went through. So it was that driving force. And one of the driving forces too, I would say, was my mother. My mother wanted me to succeed so much in life. And so I've always felt the need to do more. And I felt that writing a book was one of the ways that I could also remember her, to be able to capture her name in a book, and to be able to capture other people that advocated for me when I was growing younger. So yeah, that was the driving force, basically, just to capture history and to allow other people to learn from my experiences.
And Diamond, just the last one from me. And I'm picking up from the last comment, to get other people to learn from your experiences, and starting from all the way down there, as a teenager or as a kid, writing songs and all of that, getting to this point where you're writing books that are read by folks across the world. What is that one challenge during this entire journey that maybe you like to share with those who will be listening to you tonight, or who are watching tonight? What was that one challenge, that down moment, that point at which you maybe said to yourself, I don't think I need to continue this?
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, I realized in terms of writing, there are different genre in terms of writing, different style, and know that because most of the style of writing I've done is more like policy kind of writing. So policy writing is a little different, right? And sometimes compliant kind of writing. So it involves a different mindset. But then in terms of creative writing, it's something completely different. And I didn't really realize that it was completely different, because it's you have to put people in that situation where they can smell, they can touch, they can breathe, they can sense a specific environment without being there. And for example, like scientific writing, like doing like the PhD and all the things, those are very different kind of writing where maybe you look at other people's information, like peer review articles, and then translate it your own way and doing some scientific processes, maybe like a research, right? But I realized it was a little bit challenging because it was a style of writing that I did not really expand on. My extension was more like writing songs, writing poems, and all that. But then going into the developmental part of writing and going to the copywriting part of writing, I realized it was more tedious than I thought, you know. But I'm thankful that I got that, and I did a second book, and that is more like a policy book, so that is more within my domain. So that was much easier. But to be realistic, capturing a creative work is very hard, and most especially trying to capture all of the experiences that you went through. You want to do all you can to capture it accurately. So that was a challenge that I faced.
Damo, if you may, let me just throw in the final one, and then um, Dr.
So that's it.
Gray.
I lost hearing you there. But Dr. Gray, I want to know. I'm reading your bio here, you know, and I see that you have, I want to call it a mixture of qualifications, because I see information technology is here. I see you've got your PhD in human capital development. Can you tell us what that is, human capital development, that you hold a doctorate degree in? Can you tell us about that, please?
Okay, so first, let me touch on the first thing you stated. So in my prior career, I was an information communication technology professional. I was certified in Microsoft and also Oracle database administration. So I worked for lots of major corporations, like for example, Payne Weber, like GE Financial, and other institutions. So then, after that particular stage of my life, I went into the political arena, and it was through the Payne family that I got into the political arena. So coming to human capital development. So human capital development is an area that focuses on like performance improvement, evaluation, and basically it helps one to harness their ability. So it allows you to work in every sector, whether it's a human being. It helps in terms of capacity building. So that is the whole assets and essence of our human capital development, being able to maximize one's ability and in terms of performance, and to be able to build capacity, and not only building capacity but building sustainable capacity to be able to uplift the institutions, and not only uplifting institution but uplifting the community. Because when you uplift the community, you know it has a relationship in terms of uplifting society as a whole. So basically, human capital development deals with those aspects in harnessing people's ability, building capacity, improving services for the betterment of the community and also the nation.
Thank you. Conor Gray will bring you in. Sorry that we're keeping you for a minute, because you know him. He's your family member. So you've got a question before we move into the book now. At least we've outlaid the person behind the book, the author, what he stands for, what his qualifications are. And so we can now move into the book. But before that, Conor Gray, you've got any questions for Dr. Gray? A Gray to a Gray?
You know, I'll call him Mike because it's I am Mike. You know, the problem with life, when you set to you know, capture your story, you probably can go missing in transition because there's so many things to capture. But as you dwindle down your thoughts, you probably would narrow it down and say, you know what, I'm going to take it from this route. Before we get to the book itself, I want you to put me or put us in the mode as to why you choose the particular line of writing that you wrote and not something else. You capture a life about your mother and you, your dad and you, your family member, myself, other individuals who have crossed paths in your life, but you took a specific route. Tell us what influenced that route.
Yeah, so I took this particular route, and I realized it was more of a difficult route because like the creative aspect of writing is not mine. It's not my actual domain, right? But for example, if you were to write a book on policy, right, or a book on compliance, sometimes if the people don't know who the author is, yeah, I'm not trying to say it's not going to resonate. It's going to resonate in terms of the content, but I wanted for people to know who Dr. Michael Gray was, or is, right? Actually. So I told the wives to tell my story, to give them a background of where I've come from and how I got to where I am today. So that was the entire reason. It was a way of introducing myself before I start to introduce the other work that I'm very passionate about bringing out. I hope I answered the question, Congreg. So it was more like telling a personal story, remembering people that helped me in my journey, and then I can then settle down in doing the writing that I love to do: policy writing, compliance writing, etc.
So this is not going to be an autobiography of you, because if that is it, then there's so many other aspects you have left out that you probably will want to come back later and capture. But so you don't become anonymous, meaning it's all about you. And sometimes when literature becomes that way, sometimes it become boring for readers.
Exactly.
So yeah, so if you were to write a second book about your life, where would you be looking?
I think I skipped lots of stories. I
Yes.
skipped lots of stories in the book. I only touch on just few aspects of the book. I talk about some of the struggles that I went through and how God came through for me, and talking about some of the lessons that I learned, and also creating some coaching questions to be able to help other people to grow. But if I were writing a book about myself, there are lots of things I like to talk about. I mean, I would like to talk about specific things that we did in various countries like Liberia, um, in sub-Saharan Africa, uh, in Europe, in the Caribbean. So there were lots of things that we did specifically, and I would like to, like expand on those things. So this is just a short story talking about struggle and triumph. That no matter what you go through, that there are opportunities, and that no matter how things are complicated, God definitely has a plan for you. And there's a saying in Liberia, say whatever for you will see your face. And so it was just a story of transformation from adversity to possibility and then growth. So, kind of great to answer your question. Yeah, if I were doing a book about myself, I think I'd like to go deeper in some of the work that we did in New Jersey, the United States, and other parts of the world.
Mr. Nelson Kole, of course. You had a third question you were going to ask, but Diamond came in and obstructed you. So go ahead. Can't hear you, sir.
Let me unmute. I think there was a break in, and Diamond struggled getting me, and then we just. But Dr. Gray, we will get into the book. I really want to have Diamond to come on as well, but seeing he has some technical issues, we're gonna have that sorted out. Um, but just before getting into the book itself, Dr. Josh, I want to welcome you. Thanks for joining us, sir. Before getting into the
Thank
book,
you, Nelson. Happy birthday.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Um, I was trying to ask you a question just before Diamond came in, and I was basically concerned since, in fact, my previous question was about your down movement, your challenges, especially taking on this path, writing and so forth, and I was concerned about the whole idea of artificial intelligence. There are lots of people across the world who are living with this fear that artificial intelligence has taken away a whole lot. It has It has taken away from lots of industries. It has tampered with a whole lot across the world. So I wanted to know from your perspective, given where you sit, as to whether AI has to any extent affected what you do, or as to whether it's an added value to what you do.
Okay, so I mean, it's a very great question you've asked, right? I want you to know about AI because I got an advanced certification and about AI and digital transformation from Cornell University. AI basically extracts information from different sources, right? It extracts information from like databases. AI don't really create novel information. It and when you look at like the implication of AI is taking away blue collar job, and it's also taking away white collar job, like even like being like lawyers. Many of the people that are protected from AI are people that may be within the medical area and like maybe advanced like leadership area. I'm saying this to say that many of the people that are pushing this whole thing about AI, I'm not trying to say there are not some advantages because AI can help you in some aspect. But in terms of copyright infringement and all that, AI don't really like respect people intellectual property. It extracts information from every place to say. And when you look at like great countries like the United States, I'm gonna be very real with you. America always promote like businesses, right? And like small businesses, particularly like 90% of businesses in America are small businesses. But then you look at this whole thing about AI, many of the people that support AI are not really major businesses. They're just small corporations, but like they're all billionaires. And they're trying to like infuse this particular technology and not really getting the buy-in from the general population. So I feel that government, particularly the United States, they are trying to find ways to safeguard like the general public, because if there's no intervention in terms of creating some regulation with AI, many of those billionaires will just take away people's jobs just for their personal benefit. So I would say AI has some good benefits. So I will encourage people, right? Don't just neglect yourself from learning AI. Learn AI because it is very much pivotal in our survival nowadays. But I firmly believe that most of the concept, the pushing, is not really going to work because you need human being to be able to buy your product. You need human being to be able to have jobs to support your family. And if you think that machine and automation will do everything, no, I think it's not really going to happen. So I hope I answer your question, but I'm not trying to say that I'm so special that AI cannot affect me, but I'm very happy that I've built my career in a way that is moving for me very fine, and that I can succeed with AI or without AI. But I'm thinking about the next generation of people learn AI, but I think AI is taking away so much and it's not giving so much. That's how I feel personally.
So, Dr. Gray, let's go into the book now. That Damo is going to join us. And then Dr. George here can agree. We can get started now with the book. The title, Never Broken. Tell us about the book in the first place and what inspired the title.
Okay, Never Broken is like just like I had a book tour at NYU, the University of New York. Never Broken is about like, hey man, I've been through the storm, I've been through the fire. Everything around me was broken, but it doesn't really matter. Nothing is going to stop me from achieving my destiny. Nothing is going to prevent me from achieving the goal that God brought me on this earth for. So Never Broken is just a book to tell you that, look, it is not over until it's over. Everything around you can be broken. It doesn't really matter. Like if you read the book, I came so close to dying on several occasions. And here later on, God blessed me and I found myself working for one of the most powerful family in New Jersey. Finding myself going to Harvard, find myself getting a PhD. And most of my childhood friends in the war died. Sometimes I used to ask myself, why am I still alive today? But what I'm trying to say to people is that there is transformation. God is a God of second chances. No matter how much things are difficult, it's like there is a way. You just need to sit down, pray about it, realign, and that you can actually achieve your goals. So this book is a book of inspiration, knowing that if everything is broken around you, even as even as hell is falling upon you, don't give up, because there is a way out.
Who is this book intended for? Who are your targeted audience?
Good. So I think this book is intended for like different people. For example, when I went to NYU, there were students and also faculty member. This book is for anyone that have been through hardship. This book is for anyone that have been through trauma. This book is for anyone that have never even been through trauma or hardship, because it is a book that teaches about transformation and also making you aware that there is something about you that is bigger. Many people think that they are just some empty shell, passing around. No, you are a divine being. You were created. You were created out of the spark of God. There is so much more to you. So this book is for, I think, for every generation. People that went through hardship, people that never went through hardship, just to let you know that you can harness that hero inside of you. So every human being has that hero, and that is why I first I stated my story. In the second part of the book, I talk about a lesson learned, and of course, questions to give you some solutions as to how to navigate through different situations. Like some of the situation I talk about was like being yourself. Like we are co-creators of our universe. Like challenges built resilience and progress. Like your teachers or your parent can never really walk your path. That it can give you information in life, but it is left with you to take the information and to be able to apply it to your own survival. So basically, I'm not just trying to be like a guy selling a book to everyone, but I think everyone can benefit from this book. People that have went through trauma or people that have never went through trauma. And also too, I want for librarians too, right? Because there were lots of young librarians that did not experience the war. So I captured some of the stories about the war, and I see some people talk about war. And the thing, war is an easy thing. Wars create destructions, and it destroys family, it destroys community, it destroys society. So it was my way too of letting the new generation that never experienced the war to know that, look, we went through hell. So always try to find a better way in solving problems instead of being combative and always praying for something to fall apart so that the country and other things can get back into chaos. So chaos is never the way, but finding a more diplomatic way is always the best solution. And that is what this book is also talking about.
You want to talk about some of those significant challenges that are outlined in this book. I mean, those things that you got to feature in this particular book. I know you talked about your Liberian experience and so on, but what are some specific challenges that are captured in this book? I know it's just a synopsis. We're not going to all of the details because at the end of the day, we're going to talk about how folks listening or watching can get access to the book, where do they have to go, and so forth. But I mean, just in brief.
Okay. So what one thing I realized about my experience, and that I studied in the book, right? I realized the rebels that I confronted, right? They had absolute power. They could decide who to live and who to die. And one of the things that I pray about, I said, God, if I survive this war and you ever give me power, then I will use it for the right reasons. And that is why I was effective, and I'm still effective in terms of the work that I did. Because our work, when it came to federal government particularly, it covered lots of areas. Like, for example, like immigration. Like like housing, the military. So I was able to use that power to transform life. But seriously, if I were never going to go through the situation of some of the things that I saw the rebel do and how they misused power, maybe I were never going to have that education that power was meant to uplift, but not to destroy. So I think it's one of the key things that I actually learned, that use power to elevate.
All right, Mr. Bangura, welcome to the show. It's good to have you, former Deputy Minister Wilfred Bangura. And Conor Gray,
Thank
you
you,
want to
Justin.
come in? Yes, sir. I wanted to have Dr. George to come in, but I think he's attending to something. So Conor Gray, you.
So, Mike, when we are writing stories like this, we tend to be more anecdotal. In other words, common things taking shape around our culture and so on and so forth. How is this story a global story and not a Liberian story?
Thank you. It is a global story because I think the writer have both local and global experience. And I injected this in the book. I talk about experience in Liberia, experience in America, and also experience in other parts of the world. So this is not, I love Liberia and I love Liberian stories, but this is not only a Liberian story. It's an African story. It's a global story. It's a story that can impact the life of anyone living in any geographical location. So I made it local and yet global.
Of course, I'll ask you one more question, then I'll let my colleague, Mr. Bangura, or maybe Mr. Nelson take it from here. But, when you talk about the Congressman Donald Payne, you go back and look at some of the transient, obligation of that family in terms of helping sub-Saharan Africa. Most people don't even, may not be aware that the Payne family, most of the aid to sub-Saharan Africa emanated, especially in the late 19th to 20th century, or 20th and 21st century. The Payne have involved so much. One would say, oh, but this is just a congressman from a part of New Jersey, and not. But tell me, how does a congressman yield so much influence compared to the Liberian congressman, for instance? Tell me a difference between the two scenarios. While a congressman can impact not only the community around him, but also globally in helping entire continent to transform. But yet, the Liberian scenario, you know what it is in terms of, I don't intend to make fun of it, but I just want you to look at the limitation or delimitation of the two scenarios here.
Okay. And I'd like to expand a little bit too. I know you didn't ask me that question specifically. I think one of the things that the congressman was very, very powerful because he was well grounded. He got to Congress when he was exposed to lots of knowledge and lots of experience. So to him, it was not like a job per se. Yeah, it was a job that provided some livelihood, but he saw it as a medium to create transformation. And I know there are some Congress members in Liberia that are doing well, and I'm very happy for the platform that you are on. That provides some information too that could be somehow like helpful to them, and I'm hoping to be of help somehow. So Conor Gray, what I would say to you, like Donald Payne Sr. and Jr. told me that, Michael, if you want to be rich, the public sector is not the place. The public sector is a place where you come to transform lives, right? And that if you want to get rich, then go into the private sector. So I think they had that mind of the community because they came from a very humble beginning. and they believe everything that they saw within their community. Like they were like protesting when I was much younger, and when I grew older and had the opportunity, they used every ounce and everything that God ever gave them to be able to transform the community. So I think leadership is not only about having institutional power. It's about the person that possesses that particular on leadership position. Are they grounded? Are they with the people? Because you can have all the education in the world, if you're not grounded, if you don't really care about people, then it doesn't really matter. But gonna agree. I hope I answered the first part, but I want to just say one short thing. And there are lots of countries that I can talk about, but I want to talk about Donald Payne first. In 1962, before we were born, and he was instrumental in creating one of the first refugee camp in Ethiopia. And when the Liberian Civil War came, Conagray, I know you remember there was a time there was no food in the country, and we received some bag of rice, we got some cornmeal, we got some beans and oil. Congressman Payne Sr. was very instrumental in that. In 1989, he was advised by the State Department not to travel, but he came anyhow. And he went back to Congress and said, look, if we don't send assistance to Liberia, Liberians will die. And Congressman Payne was instrumental. So the rice and beans that we received that time, Congressman Payne was the key architect behind it. I know you heard about the resettlement program, Liberians in different parts of the world. And somewhere in like Buduburam, somewhere in Danane, and somewhere in Ghana, right? Like I said, in Sierra Leone, Mali, and other places. Donald Payne Senior, when he went to Congress, he was a key architect behind that particular program that brought thousands and thousands of Liberians here. When President Sirleaf became president, Donald Payne was very instrumental, and that is why when Donald Payne Sr. died, President Sirleaf sent one of the biggest bouquet of flowers, and she wanted for everyone to see the love and appreciation that Liberia had for him. He was very instrumental in terms of the McCarthy plant. There's a company called Standing Engineering. They did some assessment in terms of like restoring the McCarthy plant and a water filtration system in White Plains. In terms of revamping the Liberian police, army, and roads and all that, Donald Payne Sr. played a very instrumental role. And then I told you about the Millennium Project. I know it's a merit-based thing, but Donald Payne Sr. played a very pivotal role, and Payne Sr. also played a pivotal role. And when I met President Sirleaf in Liberia, I met her along with the former Minister of Presidential Affairs. And one of the things that she was very much, she was very concerned about was electricity. And she said that no matter how much Liberia make progress, if there's no electricity, it's hard to have like sustainability. So that is something that I brought back to the congressman. And so Payne Jr. at the time was city council president. And so we discussed it with the congressman. And the congressman was was trying to find a way to help Liberia in terms of energy, like uplifting like the energy capacity. It was something that he was working on. Then he died, and then Payne Jr. came. So Payne Jr. focused more on domestic policies than his father, that did more global like policy. So what I'm trying to say to you, Colonel Gray, a leader must have the people at heart. Education is great. Experience is great, but if you're not passionate about your people, then there's nothing much you can do. And in my belief, I think that our lawmakers, I think they're passionate. I think they have a good heart. I think most of them are doing the best thing they can, and I think some of us are here too to be of help to them in some other way, because at least we have some experience in terms of Liberia, and we also have some experience in terms of other African countries in the United States. So basically, I hope I addressed the question, Colonel Gray. So it's more, leadership is more about the heart than the mind. You can be brilliant, but it doesn't really matter if you don't have the heart.
Well, so Colonel Gray, you don't, right? Okay, so again, if you're just joining us, our guest tonight is Dr. Michael K. Gray. And the conversation tonight is centered around his book, Never Broken. And he's giving us more information about the publication and why the book, and why you, every single person watching or listening tonight should get a copy of the book, or you get to read through the book. And that's exactly what the conversation is around. Let me bring Mr. Bangira on. Welcome to the show. You have some questions for our guest tonight?
Thank you very much, Diamond. Let me say hi, Dr. Gray, and hi to Conan Roman Gray. I see that out of coincidence, perhaps both of you share the same surname.
We're related. We are related by blood.
Oh, are you related, directly related?
Yeah, by blood. Yeah.
Oh, wow, this is amazing. So, Dr. Gray, congratulations.
No, thank you, sir, Mr. Bangura. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Yeah. You're most welcome. I'm very proud. I know that it takes a lot of effort and work to write a book. So I'm proud of this book, Never Broken.
Yes.
I'll be looking forward to grabbing a copy to munch on, to be able to get an introspection of your experience.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Although I just joined the show, but I had not been following from the very inception to kind of wrap my mind about the conversation. But I know that it's about your book, it's about your experience.
Yes.
So I'm really proud of you. The feat you have achieved is no small feat. So congratulations. I just wanted to know preliminarily about the book. I don't know whether you've already discussed when you're going to be launching it. Have you discussed that already? Have you launched it already?
Yeah, yes, it's been launched. Like the first launch was at the University of New York, NYU, and there are other book tours coming up. I'll be going to various schools, like Harvard, like Columbia, like Cornell University, like Keene University, Rutgers University, Seton Hall University. Yeah, so there are lots of tour coming up, but I'm deciding to push the tour more towards the fall and the spring, because like during the summertime, like most of the students are away somehow. So I want to move it during the fall and the spring. So it's going to be like not only a statewide thing, but it's going to extend to other places in America. And also, I'm also getting some other offers from other countries to be able to talk about my book.
Okay. Are any plans to come to the motherland?
Yeah, man, I love Liberia, and it is my biggest wish. And I talk to my big brother, my cousin, kind of great, actually raised me when I was a kid, and he is I'm talking to him, and I would like to do some presentation, like either at the law school to talk about some compliance practices. I'd like to speak to the University of Liberia to talk about my second book. It's a policy book, and it's based on a scientific research on a correlation of studies. It talks mainly about sub-Saharan Africa, and it's something that can benefit Liberia and other parts of the world too. Yeah, so man, I'm excited. I want to come there first for this book, Never Broken, but then also to speak about other topics that I think that will be instrumental in helping my beloved country, Liberia.
I'm really delighted to hear that. Commenters are saying that you used to be a songwriter when you were in high school here.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So are your transition? Are you still writing songs? Or have you transitioned now into writing books?
No, you know, Ron, like one thing I say, like even if I were to become a multimillionaire, there's something that you can't really separate yourself from. I started writing songs when I was 5, 6 years old. I've written over 100 songs. And I can still write songs out well. And even like one of the person that encouraged me a lot is Colin Gray. He said, Michael, man, you can't depart from what, like God gave you. So I even have an album out. It's called Thank for the Love. And I want to give a big thanks to a friend called Francis Wageler. His name is Semenko. He wrote 2 songs in the Crew language. It's my language, and that I performed the song in the Crew language and also in English. So it's out there. It's called Thank for the Love. If you go on the major platform, so yeah. So I'm still singing. I don't think like I don't think that I can really fully depart from it. But the thing about it, I don't really want to become a singer, but I want to create a platform for other people. Because I think my gig is to create. I would like to create a platform where like build a studio to be able to help like African and Liberian artists. I currently have like a publishing business. I want to teach people how to write books and help them to publish their books. I want to teach. I want to create a system to help people to be able to expand and build capacity. So these are the things that I want to do. But I think I will still do music on the side. It might be like a pastime, but I think yeah. So in short, I still do music.
Wow, that's very wonderful. I know how Conor Gray feels tonight,
Yeah.
knowing that he has impacted the life of a gentleman who is making hay in his area or profession. I will definitely love to grab a copy of the book and delve into your experience.
Yeah.
And then I believe that if I have questions, perhaps not tonight, but it's going to be an ongoing conversation. But
Yeah.
so I want to thank you so much for writing the book, and I commend the book to everybody listening, to our universities. And the title of it itself is very exhilarating,
Yeah.
never broken. So it appears that there's going to be a thriller, if I should say. So
Thank you.
thanks a lot, Dr. Gray.
Thank
And you see, you have a PhD, so means that you have a passion for academic excellence.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it hasn't only always been about writing songs. It's also been about pursuing your academic alchemy, and
Yeah.
so you have a PhD and all that. So I'm very proud of you. I
No,
hope
thank
your
you.
life and experience can inspire the young generation of Liberians to work harder
Yeah.
and
Thank
to
you so
even
much.
have the courage to pen down their experience so
Thank you.
that future generations can read about us and about our times here.
Thank you
So I
so
will
much.
punctuate my comments here, and perhaps in the next comment I may ask some questions. But thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. But
I
what,
want to squeeze,
one thing I want to make Conor Gray before you interject. Conor Gray almost ended my musical and career or talent, thing like that. There was one day when I was in high school, I think I did something wrong, very wrong, and I think the last class I cut class, the last class. So Katia were having like a like a music show, and I went there to go sing, and I like dressing like Michael Jackson, wearing some tight clothes. So Conor Grace, I don't know how he showed up that day. So he said, "Oh, how you doing?" I said, "Fine." He said, "Did you go to school?" I said, "Yes, I went to school." He said, "But why are you here so early?" I said, "Oh, I kind of skipped the last class." Man, Conor Gray disagrees me with everybody. Like, did he even wait? Like, like some people, like, it's like, so look at you wearing some tight clothes and you leaving class. Do you think this will take you anywhere in life? And I felt so embarrassed, and I did not even perform that day. I know for the practice. But what I say to you is like, even this PhD that I got, I want to say a big thanks to like Conor Gray. He was instrumental. Like the big brother always like encouraged me. Like you can do it, and you can do it. And I want to say my parent too, my mother Duetti Gray and father Peter Gray, very instrumental. My uncle Peter H. Booker, my auntie Donna S. Booker, and they were all instrumental in my upbringing, and they inspired me to get this far in my life. So I want to say thank you to them.
Yeah.
One thing I want to push just before you come in, Nelson. We're evolving to be a social media like hemisphere. People are not really grabbing literature and having the ability to sit down and read through. but if you convert some of these things into audio, and more people will probably listen, even if you convert it into a song. So tell me about the audio, the audio part of this, because our children, our generation now, people don't read. You want to hide anything, put it in a book. Fascinating as this book may sound, even the title is captivating. Most people just see it like it. They judge it by the cover and that's it. But if you have an audio part, I think I will help the course. So tell us about it, whether you have any
Yeah.
attention to.
Great. Thank you so much. First of all, like the book just got published, and I have a consulting business called the Great Group, and so I'm creating an entirely new platform for this particular book, and so part of it is like creating like an audio book version, and also creating also like an ebook version, and everything will be on drmichaelkgray.com. So yeah, so Connor Gray, we are working on that to like create the audio version and also the ebook version, and it will be on the various platforms like Amazon and other places.
Well, Dr. Gray, we're gradually winding down. I see a lot of people following, asking now. Grew up in Liberia partly. It all started here in Liberia. Now you've gotten at that point where you're writing for a global audience. The people are asking, does Dr. Gray still speak the Kolokwa? Now, maybe we need to go and this one. Does he still speak the actual Kolokwa? That the Oma in Nukutan somewhere listening to us right now?
Look, okay. First of all, one thing I'll say to you is that most of my family came from West Point, right? So I can speak it to the fullest, and I think I'm speaking it now too, but I can go a little more into it, right?
Oh, you can go a little more in the Kolokwa.
Yeah. I can go even deeper into it, right? So yeah, I mean, most of my people came from Niku Town.
Okay, we're getting it gradually now.
Yeah, looking down, even like the song I wrote, it's called Sweet Liberian. And I try to remember okay, let me answer your question. Yes. And I think like maybe you must think that I'm sounding American, but I think I'm sounding regular, right? Or should I like say it more like the way I would speak to my friends in Logan Town?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me get into it now. Okay.
Yeah. The transition taking place now.
Okay. So my man, I'm very happy for this whole scenario. Let me not use big words. Okay, I'm very happy for this whole thing that I was able to write this book called Never Broken, and talking about how I came so close to dying in the war, and how there was a transformation.
Mike, part of it, put in crew, please.
So Connor Gray, you really think the Kolokwala coming the crew or can right?
No, but wait, but I'm still not coming clear. Okay.
Let's leave that a Gray. Let's leave that a Gray small. But that a Gray. A lot of people asking where can they get a copy of the book from?
So it will be on drmichaelkgray.com. Like seriously, like I stated, because I was trying to distinguish my consulting business from this. So I'm constructing like a new site. It's basically like done, and I'm incorporating all the things that Connor Gray talk about. Like for example, like the audio book, and of course I talk about the ebook. Yeah, so drmichaelkgray.com. And please like my Facebook page too. Is Dr. Michael K. Gray. Like my Facebook page.
You mean just the name there? Just the name there?
Yeah. Dr. Michael. There's no period after the doctor. Dr. Michael K. Gray. That's my social media handle for my Facebook. and you will see a T-shirt, and it has Casa Gray. Casa Gray is the name of my brand. I have also a clothing brand, and that is more of like an Afrocentric kind of brand. So yeah, so you see a T-shirt, a black T-shirt with Casa Gray, and it's Dr. Michael K. Gray. Please like my page and be my friend, okay?
Okay. So, Colonel Gray, Honorable Bangura, anything you want to say just before we give?
So in terms of the book, so you only have. Oh, sorry about that, sir.
Okay. So,
no, in terms of the book, do you have, like most people will have books on Amazon.com besides your website? They have unlimited marketing platforms, to present some of these things. So in other words, if I were to go to Amazon, type in broken, never broken, would they pop up?
Now we are like in the process of getting it on Amazon and all the major websites. So it is currently in the process of coming great. I must be very much realistic, and that is why the book tour just started on Wednesday. So I am in the process. So within a week's time, like everything will be on the various platforms. Yeah. So you just type in "Never Broken," and then there's a subtitle: "My Battle for Life and Purpose," and you say Michael K. Gray, PhD. Yeah.
Okay. So after the tour, then the uploading to Amazon and other places.
Yeah. So no. I mean, like the tour is like it's something continuous, like because there are lots of institutions that are requesting for me to go and to go and speak, and with especially like NYU, I was so surprised, like it's like I couldn't stop getting thanks from the professor that invited me. Like the students were so excited and words went all around the campus, like, "Oh, we want Dr. Gray back," and they even offered me a teaching job at NYU. And so basically, what I'm trying to say is like there are lots of schools that are trying to request for my presence, but I just want to make sure that I have everything like situated properly before I start to take that big leap.
Well, is that Mr. Bangura? Anything you want to touch? You want to just say finally? Then we give the final words to Dr. Gray.
Yes, absolutely. If I had my own time, I would just listen to the young doctor just inspire me. I know the audience are very inspired tonight, and it's a great proud to see a Liberian trailblazing around the world. It's really a great proud to see somebody who was born here, started here, and then went to the United States and is doing very well. So this is, to me, it's a national pride. And talk about universities approaching him to lecture there. Those are very top world-class universities. So I know that this man has done a whole lot for himself. And it's always going to be said that he's from Liberia. So this is a very good news for us. And I think the whole nation tonight should be very proud of your book. I wanted to also ask you if this is your first book. Is this your first book?
Yes.
This one.
This is my first book. Yeah.
First book.
Yes.
I heard you say you have the second one almost ready.
Yeah. The second one is about ready, and then I'm working on the third one. The third one is basically within my area. It's more within like the compliance area, because like working as a chief of staff, there are lots of like risk management issue that you address. So like lots of strategic issue that you address. So that is something that I'm covering. So the third book is about compliance, and the second book is about university professors in sub-Saharan Africa and how to use education as a way to create workforce development for economic and community development.
Very inspiring. Congratulations once again.
No, thank you.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you, Nelson. And thank you, Colonel Gray, man. I really appreciate you. And hey, I want to say thanks to Mrs. Spoon, Witherspoon, for creating this very dynamic platform that many Liberians at home and abroad can connect to. So I really want to say thank you to Spoon and Nelson. Thank you, Mr. Bongura. Thank you, Diamond. Thank you. Thank you to my Liberian people. I love you. I love you. I can't wait to come back to eat some palm butter rice, go to Logan Town, go to Nico Town, go to West Point, and see my people again.
The people say you still ordering that Kolokwa the next time you come back on the show.
Wait, what kind of great? My passport to Kolokwa. I ain't speaking. I ain't speaking.
You spoke it, man. You spoke it, man.
I ain't speaking.
You did well.
Okay,
you did well.
You speak it.
Maybe I need to call Lucky Bucky to help me more.
Well, I think you did good.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I speak it right.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you speak it.
Yeah, I did it right.
Yeah, you did. You speak it.
Dr. Gray, it's been good having you on the show here tonight. We want to say thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at just any time when you deem it necessary to come back to have this conversation again, to further inform the Liberian people as to some of the great things you're doing across the world, making Liberia proud. And we appreciate you a whole lot. Thanks for being here tonight, sir.
Wow, Nelson, can I say one short, like 30-second thing?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I just want to say something to the Liberian people. First of all, Liberian people are one of the most beautiful people, one of the most generous people, one of the most brilliant people. Liberia was instrumental in helping so many nations in this war, in this world we live in. Liberia was a country that cast the last vote for the creation of the modern day Israel. Liberia was instrumental in creating the OAU and responsible for many African countries to be liberated. So I want to let you know, Liberians, that you came from one of the greatest countries on earth. Never and ever feel that your day will not be greater or brighter. Keep pushing, keep thriving, and that we pray for our leaders, everyone in the legislative branch, the executive branch, the judiciary branch, and at various level of government, that God will continue to touch their heart so that it will create a medium for Liberia to be that great country again. And I think we are getting there. But with God's help, we will definitely be there very, very soon. So I want to thank you. And I love you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Dr. Gray.
Thank you.
Well, tonight we decided. Okay, so thank you, Dr. Gray. There's something playing in the background. I don't know if it's coming from. I don't know where exactly it's coming from, but there's something playing in the background.
It might be Dr. George or so.
Dr. Josh, do you have anything playing in the background? Okay, let me see if I mute him. Oh no. Okay, so I think it was from Dr. Josh. But today we intended to have a very brief show, and we're about to end up now. But we had the former president spoke just a couple of days ago. She had an elaborate interview. She spoke on a range of issues, and amongst the things she talked about was this one. And let's listen to the video shortly from the former.
It's filthy.
The city is filthy.
It's dirty. I drive through it from time to time, and I'm ashamed. And frankly,
All right. So the former president, during her engagement, said the city is filthy. The city, whenever she drives through Monrovia, she feels ashamed. And moments after the former president spoke, then we had the mayor Siafa, and this is what he had to say.
As we saw them coming up to get in the community that they are, to say we organizing cleaning. That's what first Saturday. Or come and say, let me get a community. Few people do it. But what if all of us were doing it? It would be a cleaner society. But we are not even doing that. One day in a month, they say stay home for 3 hours. Come in your community. I challenge everybody. As you condemn me, I take responsibility. But show me a picture of you in your community on first Saturday, cleaning. Agree? Show me a picture of you coming out to support your community. Don't just talk. Put your money where your mouth is. Show me that you have come to talk, connect the youth, to say we will clean our community. Because I cannot be everywhere. Only that way we will.
So there you have it. The mayor, moments after the former president spoke, and he's challenging it. He says he takes responsibility, but at the same time, the people who are condemning him, they should show what they've done to keep the city clean. They should show their handmark, their contributions to even the very communities they find themselves in. Was this an appropriate response? Was it necessary in the first place to have the mayor respond after the former president has spoken? And across radio and social media, one of the things that we've seen happen consistently since the former president spoke is that a lot of people have condemned her, say that she doesn't have the moral. In fact, she's not doing well to even help the current administration succeed in some of the areas she's criticizing the administration about. While there are others who think that the former president has the morals because under her administration, she had the likes of Mirabel. And it was during that time you had the first Saturday, the Mirabel cleanup day that even the mayor mentioned. Dr. George Connor Gray, Honorable Bangura, you can weigh in your thoughts on this. Let's maybe just go around this and then we can come back and do our closing. Maybe we can start with Connor Gray. What's your take on what we see happening here? The former president and the mayor of Monrovia.
Nelson, most times I feel that in negotiation, you have to engage in the difficult conversation to be able to, address the problem head on. Anytime a conversation such as this ensues, of course, you poke people, especially those who are responsible. I remember when a diplomat in near our capital said Monrovia was one of the filthiest places around the world. As poignant as that particular statement may sound, but our then mayor was not happy with the statement. Nobody's going to be happy. But we continue to look for traditional ways to solve modern problems. This is where we fall short sometimes. Yes, getting people to come out in their community once a month, every other Saturday or whatever Saturday it is, that's just a drop in the bucket, drop of water in the bucket. If you are going to be pushing to become a city mayor, what is your grandiose plan for instance, to creating, say, a recycling plant or garbage disposal system? What is your grandeur plan? You just want to get there, put people together, and go from community to community sweeping? That's like that's like a limping way of solving that problem. Modern capital today, modern society that are so populated like Monrovia, you should have a garbage disposal plan in your mind before you even approach that job. Look, not all job people should just accept because they want job. When you take those kinds of job, make sure you have a traditional way to address the issue, and you must find a modern way to solve modern problem.
But Colonel Gray, do you think he had a point here when he said he can't be everywhere at the same time? That all of these things are happening. He's just a single individual, and that Liberians should take it upon themselves, come up with initiatives that can help clean up the city, and not just waiting to shift blames on the municipal government for maybe the filthiness of the city. Do you think he had a point there?
Mr. Colette, that is like kicking the can down the road. And I didn't hear like somebody owning up to their responsibility. I'm just saying this, that the issue about trash in Liberia is everywhere. So you must be everywhere. You must be like effervescent. So if you know you can be everywhere, in other words, if you don't have a solution that replicates your presence, don't take the job. Say, I can't make it. Because it's better for you to defeat yourself from the onset as opposed to taking the job without even a plan. I always ask people, what is your plan if you're given this kinds of Herculean responsibility? What do you intend to do differently that will solve the issue? Other than just Mary Broad did it this way, so therefore I'm going to do it that way. Monrovia, in terms of population, was smaller. Now it's different. So what is your own plan? What is your plan? Let us know. Don't tell me you can replicate yourself. You can be everywhere at the same time. Of course, you're not God. But what is your plan to actually address the trash issue? None there. None whatsoever.
Colonel Gray, just finally from my end, there are others who are looking at this thing from angle where the former president being that person under whose administration you had the real change agents, the likes of Mirabro, cleaning up the city. The Mirabro day came about. A lot of people are looking at it from an angle where the former president, instead of saying this on the radio, coming across as bringing the current city government to public ridicule, a lot of people are looking at it from an angle where she could call the city mayor, for example, provide some pieces of advice, some way forward, since she's noticed that as a problem, help find the solution to the problem behind closed doors instead of having this all in the on the radio across the media. Do you think that way?
Mr. Colette, let me say this. Every time issues like this come up, you see the city mayor out there toiling and boiling. So some people, you have to really tick them out of their, tickle them out of their hideout. And that is to tell you that at some point people become complacent with their responsibility. Every time they talk about the city is filthy, you see them out there everywhere. But that's what you should be doing every day because that's the function of your job. But what I'm trying to say, Madame may have said it in various ways. Sometimes if you don't shame people, they don't really perform their duty. And that's just the human instinct. When you're challenged, that's when you work twice harder. You see now he's out there today because Madame had that interview. I'm not happy with Madame meddling in some of these things, but hey, it takes someone with a powerful voice to make somebody move. Human being, that's how we are. You have to almost put fire behind our back like turtle for us to move. Otherwise, we just become complacent with big bone cigar in our mouth, moving, thinking that that's the job we were hired for. But you were hired to actually facelift the city and bring investment near the capital so that Liberians in their masses can get jobs. But you just sit down, you think it's just an easy job to just go around from community to community and clean up. But it takes more than that,
Thank you.
Nelson.
Thank you, Colonel Great. Minister Bangura, you've been following this issue. What's your take on it?
First of all, I think the mayor of the city of Monrovia ought to understand that his job is a very big job. He runs the city government of Monrovia, and cleaning up garbage is just a tiny part of that job. He has a lot of responsibilities. He has to ensure that there are good roads, healthcare, fire department, policing, etc., etc. So the removal of garbage or cleaning up is just a small figment of his responsibility. Albeit I would think that his city has come under criticism, and he has accepted responsibility for that. I think that shows leadership. He needs now to stand up and ensure that he applies himself, applies his skills, brings about innovative solutions to approaching this problem of the filth in Monrovia, because this is the largest city we've got, and is the most powerful municipality in the country, and he is mayor of that. So lots of citizens and leaders will expect that he will be at his best at his job. He needs to also ensure that there is intense public awareness and education. Oftentimes, we see the same people who complain about filth on the streets contribute to that problem. In your own car, you see people eat bananas and they tend to drop the peelings through the windows of the car. And so they contribute a lot to spreading filth around. You go to places where people eat and they just drop the dirt just anywhere. So this is a very important civic, education issue. We need to educate our people about cleanliness, about how to live in an environment where you separate your trash from where you live, and this is very important. So I know that we have the mayor and the government, they have this primary responsibility to ensure that these things are done and that they are done well. So I think he should take the criticism from the former president in good strides, and he should be very determined to roll off his sleeves and do his job. So, yeah.
Yeah, did he take the criticism here, given what you saw? Did he take the criticism in good faith, or is he shifting blames? And maybe I should just,
as you saw them coming up to get in the community that they are, to say we organizing cleaning. That's what first Saturday. Or come and say, let me get a community. Few people do it. But what if all of us were doing it? It would be a cleaner society. But we are not even doing that. One day in a month, they say stay home for 3 hours. Come in your community. I challenge everybody. As you condemn me, I take responsibility. But show me a picture of you in your community on first Saturday cleaning. Agree? Show me a picture of you coming out to support your community. Don't just talk. Put your money where your mouth is. Show me that you have come to talk to connect the youth to say we will clean our community. Because
Mr. Bangura, is the city mayor taking responsibility here, or is he shifting blames?
He was, I think, both, and which I do not think he should be doing both. I think as national leader, as a national leader, he should be open to criticism, because it's only then he will be able to do his job more efficiently. So the public, as well as prominent people in society, will have to assess your job. But to say that the citizens themselves, people should prove that they are working and they should be done every Saturday. Yes, it's a good thing we have the Mary Broad Day. Every first Saturday, people should engage in this exercise. But if you really ask me, Nelson, I would tell you that cleanliness should not really be just first Saturday in a month. I think it should be an everyday business. People should practice this every day, because this is good for their own health. It's very good for them. So think about waiting for first Saturday in the month. So you're talking about waiting for a whole month. So this is how, the filth and the dirt will compile, and you're waiting for the government to come and remove them. But you're contributing to that. So it says a lot about who we are and about our civic responsibility to our communities. So you can't just drop dirt anywhere or just everywhere just because you have a city government. So it is also on the people to ensure that we take care of our community, because it's going to help our own health, our own lives. It's going to make us to be better people. At the same time, we continue to say that the city government cannot shy away from this. This is their job. This is their primary responsibility to do this job. And cleaning the garbage is not just the only thing that government has got to do. That government has got to even clean cemeteries and create parks and libraries for young kids to go and read and learn. So it's not just about cleaning. So if anybody thinks that to be a mayor of a city means that you should just be about garbage, collecting garbage, you will have to go and rethink. And I hope that the mayor knows that he has enormous responsibility that surpasses the collection of garbage. It encompasses all other things that should make the local government more efficient, effective, and that services are delivered at the doorstep of the people. So it's very important. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Bangura. Dr. Josh, you've been following this situation. You want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, I think the city mayor is in error. First of all, setting 3 hours on a Saturday will infringe on the religious liberty of Seventh-day Adventists who go to church on Saturday, unlike the city mayor. Added to that, even if we clean the street, we clean our houses, who will pick up the trash? Where are we taking it to? That's the fundamental question that the city of Monrovia is not answering. There's no one to pick up the trash. So I sweep my house, I put the trash in front of my house, I get on the road, nobody to remove it from there. And they're where they're supposed to be working. They're where they're supposed to come in. But he's been the city mayor for 3 years. What happened to the trash on Central Street? For 3 years, they can't remove that trash on Central Gertie Street. So let him answer that question first before he starts saying he taking power to do our own. Like Central Street, that's where the trash, why they can't move it. Have you ever been to Rayleigh and Douala when they're removing trash? Where is the designated place for the marketeers to drop their trash? Why is it that Mary Brown is successful? Was successful during the Eddie Johnson Sirleaf regime, and the mayors after that have been totally unsuccessful in cleaning Monrovia. So he doesn't need a Madam Eddie Johnson Sirleaf to come sit with him to tell him he can take the phone and call Mary Brown and speak to her, ask her for her success story, ask the people who work with her at that time as to how they made it to work. But yes, I agree. We all have our responsibility of Liberians to be clean people. We should be able to clean. That's what we used to do. I grew up at a time where I can remember while we were living in Single opposite the Jogbeta market there. Every morning we wake up, the city was clean. Some of the trucks that we see here in the US clean, we had it in Monrovia. People swept the street. But our population exploded after the war. Monrovia was built for an estimated 500,000 people. After the civil crisis, the population of Monserrado County have gone to 1.5 million and still climbing. We have not done anything to improve the system. We have not educated our people. But the fundamental challenge that we have is that even you clean your house, Mr. Bangura in Monrovia, so tell me if I'm wrong, even if you clean your house, where will you put the trash? Who is picking up the trash in the community? The answer to that question is a resounding no. I'm sure you will agree with me, Wilfred, on this one. It's a resounding no. So yes, Mayor, we can clean our house all the Saturday we want to clean it. But where will we put the trash? Who is taking care of the trash? If you answer that fundamental question, then we know that we're walking in a direction that you want us to walk into. But it is your responsibility. And this is where I would like to agree with the Cornell tonight. So many people in Liberia pick up job. We pay them every month. For 3 years, you have been unsuccessful in removing the trash. Resign. It doesn't mean you are a failure. Perhaps that is not your era. There's a music we used to have. Everybody got an era. Maybe not an era. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. Perhaps you don't have the skills to take care of a city like the city of Monrovia. So you could resign or ask the president to put you somewhere else where you would be more effective. I learned, it is alleged that the mayor of the city of Monrovia was the one that made a billboards for the Unity Party during the last elections. Maybe that his era is making billboards to make
But
this.
also, Dr. Josh, also the mayor led a team that cleaned up the city during that transitional period. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
There was a team
I
that
remember it very well because my cousin, who is a very active member of the Unity Party, was one of those leading those things, and we used to talk about it every day when they were cleaning. I had it in my notes, but I don't have note yet to write today, so I'm taking it from my head. Yeah, it was on my mind because they cleaned. Going to the inauguration, they were cleaning up. So they should ask themselves the question, where what happened after that? But the fundamental issue is, where do we put the trash, the garbage? That, I think that's the question that we have been unable to answer for a long time. Where do we put that when we clean? And that's where the city of Monrovia have to either find a taxing system, because here in the US we pay for trash, for the trash truck to come and pick our trash. We pay every month, so it's not free. But we have to put a system in place so that will work. But it is challenging since the judge. It's not only this government, the judge. We are government since the former administration. We have this trash issue, and it has become a serious headache that no one seems to have the answer for. And I think the mayor should resign.
But Dr. Josh, I know you're talking about the resignation as something that maybe could provide some sort of solution to this issue. But if this mayor led a team during the transitional period, and that team succeeded in cleaning Monrovia to a point where everyone got very concerned. Everyone was, I mean, a lot of people were surprised. They didn't know that Monrovia could be that clean. But now, 3 years into his appointment to this position, we now find ourselves back in this whole challenge about garbage and all of that. What do you think could be happening here? Could it be the lack of support, or what is it that may have shifted from that transitional period up to now, that maybe we took some steps forward during the transitional period, but now we've taken several steps backward?
Okay. Nessie, I don't know what the period you grew up in, whether you saw these things, whether it's still happening in Monrovia. I've not been in Liberia for many Christmas season. Bangura don't have great beer like Conor Gray myself, so maybe he did experience it. There was something in Liberia with the Christmas that it was an ordinance in Monserrado County for everybody to paint their houses. So we invented a thing called whitewash. When you put a whitewash on your house, the whole of December your house will look clean and neat.
Yeah, I didn't see that here, but I saw that in the city ordinance, in the law. Is there that?
By the time January comes, the whole color change. That's what the mayor they were doing in Monrovia. They were whitewashing.
Well, Nelson, let me just chime in a little bit. I think we continue to think that solutions are meant for small principalities, small communities would work in communities that experiences like our Liberian community that is experiencing this urban sprawl, where you have a lot of people living in one small community. And the more people you have in a community, of course, the more trash you have to confront with, because there are a lot of disposals that we put out there as human beings. But we'll continue to talk about landfill. This one is filled, so we're moving the landfill to another. What if you go and look for recycling plant? Those things are not expensive. If you spent $1 million on a recycling plant, just $1 million, there's no community that big enough that will not absorb those trash. But we'll continue to think that we can pick up the trash and put it somewhere. It's going to fill out. These days, people are turning those refuse and those garbages and stuff into renewable energy. Look for some of those kinds of things. When you want to be city mayor, have a plan in your book before you go sit down. Look, they were auditioning for job. That's how you saw that the city was so clean that time. When people are auditioning for job, they window dress, they fake until you give them the responsibility and they can perform. Because you know what? Now is the time to really demonstrate what they were demonstrating when they were auditioning for the job. What is so difficult as a city mayor, even if you are going to some of those mayoral conferences, ask your colleague to see if they have any plans that they have decommissioned that are second or third generation, given the fact that will probably they will be at a different generational level. Ask those kinds of people. That's why you have colleagues, you blend together and see if they have something that they probably can sell to you for inexpensive, amount of money. But don't just rely on the traditional way of doing things. That is what is so vexing about Liberia. Everything we like to do it like we're still in the 1900. This is the 21st century. Why are we still thinking that we are in 1980 where people are doing landfill? Yeah, of course, if you
Cost should be cost could be another thing maybe to take into consideration, especially if we're to get rid of the landfills and introduce the latest technologies that other countries are using. But maybe you just want to use that time to do your closing and all of that since we want it down. Then we'll go to Minister Bangura.
look, you don't have to think about, look, a lot of things these days. If you have a pro forma from different vendors, the world is a competitive place. Remember when people were talking about $88 million for yellow machine? Somebody said I can give it to you for 21. That's just how the world is. You just have to be a go-getter and look around. If you're a solution-driven kind of person, you think 1 point something million might sound big, but some of those things are so inexpensive. Maybe $247,000 can give you a sizable plant. What you do, you recycling material and you creating fossil fuel or something out of it. But be far thinking. Most of our people, we know, Middleborough used to go from community to community, street to street. When I get there, that's the same thing I'm going to be doing. Times sometimes tend to change in terms of where we find ourselves. Go to work and use modern technology, liaise with your friends, collaborate and see what they have that they are not using that was working for them in the future, but because of capacity now they're not using it. Arrange for those kinds of, look, when they make you a leader of a place, don't just sit down this budget allocation and be thinking that this is the way to help my country. People are not far thinking. Look, if you sit down with some of our leaders, when they talk, you know exactly that, can this person really solve a problem? This is the situation. If this city mayor was far thinking, he probably would have by now be talking about establishing a plant. When say plant, not like an oil refinery. It's just something that like even the capacity of a landfill. You build something and build a plant there. In no time, you dispose of some of this refuse. But who says he's thinking about that? He's thinking about collecting the garbage, like Dr. George said. Where are you going to place it? To a landfill. Well, it gets filled, then you move it somewhere again. Sometimes you get used to the Center Street scenario where when you pass and you see the heap of garbage, because for them probably that's another refuse site where they take the garbage. How can you do that in a modern city and people live around there? So use his mind. I can send you some pro forma. You see how much those things cost. They're not expensive, my brother. People just not thinking. It's vexing, my brother.
Thank you, Colonel Gray. Minister Bangura, you want to just do your closing and maybe the way forward on this?
Yeah, certainly. I think this is one show we're having tonight where we kind of having a consensus on this entire garbage issue. I'd like to reiterate that, garbage collection is just a small part of the responsibility of the mayor of Monrovia. He controls a very a very huge municipality, although it's not the largest. The city of Painesville is, but he plays host to very important government institutions, government agencies. So the cleanliness of the city is very important. Anytime we receive foreign guests into our capital, they will be in his city. And of course, it's embarrassing when our city is unkempt. It's not properly kept. So I know that there can be long-term solutions. Conor Gray was preferring that, wherein he mentioned how we can put into use, how we can use our garbage and to generate out of biofuel, or how we can use it to for scientific purposes, so to recycle things and stuff like that. But initially, I go to the point of Dr. George. It's important. We need to have these garbage collection centers, these garbage cans, and when we have various points where these garbage cans are placed, then we need to educate our people on the use of these garbage disposal sites, these cans. And of course, then we can now begin to have garbage collectors under the city government that will have the responsibility to go around and collect garbage. One of the reasons why we have the city police is to help enforce city ordinance. So when we put these fundamentals in place and we educate the public and we warn against people just dropping dirt or filth or garbage is anywhere, when you are caught, the city police is going to deal with the situation using the city ordinance. But at least people know where to drop their garbage. They know that they have a responsibility to themselves and to the city. So there are more innovative approaches that can be adapted to handling this garbage issue. If the mayor will just want to use the same old traditional approach, whereby garbage will pile up and then you bring the garbage trucks and remove it, and then you wait again until it's there, and then you bring the truck in. What if the truck breaks down? And what if you have other problems? So you need to bring innovative solutions to problems, and this can be multidimensional, and you can use that to permanently solve the problem. So I think, yes, I agree. You can agree. He needs to talk to other successful mayors of the city, and they can tell him how they handle these problems, and he can adopt that and those methods and build on them and deliver a very clean city. And it is within his power to do that. The reason why I know he can do that is because he did that before. He did that during the inauguration time. I know my fellow panelists, may refer to that as the period of auditioning for the job. But he was able to demonstrate his ability to organize. He brought young people together. We saw them. They cleaned the place, and the evidences are there. Monrovia was so clean, and Nelson himself has said that nobody really thought that we could have had a very clean city that way. So I know that he has the capacity to do it. He needs to do it. All he needs to do is he needs to go back to his city council, gather them, sit around the table, get in touch with other successful former mayors and get their strategies, and they can build on those strategies, and they can do a very clean city. And we can have a better city. Again, I'll go back to say that I recall when Mary Brough was mayor, it was forbidden. It was against the city's ordinance to just drop dirt anywhere in the streets. When you are caught, you were dealt with. We can go back to that. He has the capacity. He has the city police, and I think he has the resources as well, because on the local government, he collects his own taxes, and at the same time, he gets grants and aid from government to do his job. And so by the time he ramps up new strategies on this method and he delivers a clean city, Liberians will now begin to pay attention to other things. He has other responsibilities to the city. We need good libraries here. We need the cemeteries here to be okay. We need transport system that he has responsibility for. We need some other services like healthcare, like schools, because this is a government he's running. So the mayor can do that. He did that before. He can do that. He can solve this problem with the filth in the city. and then he can move on to other key functions of his office. Having said that much, I want to close on this note. I want to say thanks a lot for having me on tonight. I'll be looking forward to a more engaging conversation tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Bangura. Just before moving to Dr. Josh, there's a very important comment here I want to highlight because it's from one of those who came down from the US, joined that particular team, and together they were part of that process that saw the city being very clean. And he writes, he says, those who worked with the mayor during the cleanup of the city effectively, and everything went well. He has some good people that he didn't include when he became mayor, and lots of people helped clean up the city. He left them outside during the transition. I mean, and Dr. Josh, what do you think about this? Is there do you sense anything like a brain drain within the structure there at the MCC? I mean, just in your closing and maybe putting forward some solutions of way forward with respect to this entire thing here.
Yeah. Look, I won't say brain drain. And to that question, there's a limit to the amount of people you can employ in the government when you transition. And I'm sure there's thing called the reality when you take over a job, right? In politics. My late mother in court used to say, "Can't visit me different from can't stay in my house." Are two different things. And it's the same thing with politics, right? It's different. So when you transition here, you bring it, you cannot bring everybody in because there's a reality of how many persons can be employed, can be on the payroll. But let us just make this clear. In 2004, a fiscal year, the city of Monrovia got $3.8 million. In 2025, the city of Monrovia got $4 million. No, all term was $3.3 million. In the current budget, $4.5 million is allocated for the city of Monrovia. So there's allocation. Unfortunately, the city of Monrovia spent over $2 million paying workers. I think the significant question the mayor should start asking himself: how large is the city of Monrovia that you're spending over $2 million on salary and on salaries? How large is it? So maybe when he answers that fundamental question, then he may find extra money in the budget to deal with these things that we are talking about. I agree with Mr. Honorable Bangura that it is not cleaning the city is a portion of the mayor job, because the mayor, you have to be innovative. You have to bring money into your place. You have to know how to get money in the city. And that's what Mary Broad did very well when she introduced. It was Mary Broad that introduced the parking ticket, in Monrovia, so that she could get extra income. So the mayor have to think about that. But his city is dirty. And because his city is dirty, he should make it priority number one. Nobody wants to visit a dirty city. Quite recently, we saw, if it's true, on Facebook, I saw this, two tourist ships docking in Liberia. If those people, if you leave the port of Monrovia, you start driving towards the city, you cross in the Gabriel Tucker Bridge, the dirt will introduce you on top of the waterside water. The dirt that is on top of that water will tell you don't come to the city any longer. We have to clean that, and it's going to take money. So it is his duty. His primary focus should be having his city clean. And that's why I think if he has these people and there's a way for him to incorporate them, maybe give them contract, reduce the number of employees he have that he's spending over $2.something million on, we can do that. And people are asking why we're not talking about the violators. until you can find me somewhere to throw the trash. How will you blame me, hold me responsible for where I put my trash? If you can find somewhere, if you can show us where to put the trash. When you walk in Monrovia, I don't know whether it's still there, but some time ago, Conor Gray may agree with me. Some time ago, when you walk in on Broad Street, there were various places where you could throw trash. Do we have places now when you walk up Broad Street or down Broad Street that you can throw your trash? If you don't have a
places where you
place,
have some trash cans for just
okay,
minor.
do we have, okay, good. Do we have it throughout the cities? Do we have these cans around the cities for people to throw trash? And are we monitoring that? So once we put those things in place, then we start putting law in place to capture violators. I remember, I will say this, and I think standing over here, you start laughing at me. I remember when I first moved to Lagos, Lagos was dirty. But they put in place a very special police called a LASMA. Two things were in Lagos. Our driving was crazy and the city was dirty. But when Tinubu was governor of Lagos State, he introduced LASMA. They were the enforcers. With LASMA in place, now the people who live in Lagos had to learn how to drive well, and they learn how to not throw their trash in the streets. And perhaps it's something like that. When the mayor have found place for us to put our trash, he may have to train the city police or have a special police unit that is responsible to arrest violators and fine them for violating the city ordinance by throwing trash in the street.
Well, thank you, Dr. Josh, and I want to say thanks to you, Mr. Bangura, for being on tonight. Conor Gray, we appreciate you as well for being here tonight. It's been a good show, one of the shortest shows we've had in a very long time, and we want to say thanks to our audience as well for being on here tonight, and we look forward to a great show tomorrow. One-on-one will come on, and then on Monday, Spoon Talk will be back on the radio.
Happy birthday, man, Mr.
Yeah, the
Cornell.
man rushing out, he won't go celebrate his birthday.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Nelson.
Thanks a lot.
So
Thanks
much.
a lot, Mr. Bangura. I appreciate it. Conor Gray, thanks a whole lot as well. And
Thank
Dr. Josh, thank you too. Yeah, no, I'm rushing to go celebrate a birthday. The day is already over. The
I
day
mean, you're
not
rushing, man. You have the after party event at Profit Bar. I heard you're going to Profit Bar tonight.
No comment. No comment.
Oh, Nelson, man, thank you.
Gentlemen.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Dr. Josh, and thanks as well, Conor Gray, Mr. Bangura. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing everyone on tomorrow. One-on-one with the CEO will be here. Again, I want to appreciate all of you for the birthday messages, the calls, the text messages. I appreciate all of you who called in, and yes, I want to say thanks to everyone, the social media posts and just everything, the love expressed across social media today. I want to appreciate all of you for that. And yeah, so the way we started and the way we're ending the show. So again, as Diamond mentioned from the very start of the show, I hold on, what is okay, something is not coming right. Okay, this one is all right. So I want to appreciate all of you. So as Diamond mentioned from the very start of the show, that's the information if you wish to appreciate and be a part of the initiative. We're carrying on tomorrow. You can, you're highly welcome to use the information on there. And I want to say thanks to everyone. So interestingly, 2 days from now, that's on the 4th, it's going to be on Monday. So today is Saturday. Sunday is tomorrow, the 3rd. And then Monday, the 4th, the first working day of the week, will be the former CEO's birthday. Honorable Dr. Stanton Alexander Weatherspoon. All right. So the birthday committee has been set up already. I'm the chairperson on that committee because I'm the person celebrating birthday closer to the CEO's birthday. So I'm the chairperson, though, the committee's chair. All right. So the CEO's birthday is gonna be on Monday, and we're starting the early celebration. So my birthday can pave the way. Celebrate on the second. One day we rest, and then the day after we move on with the celebration. So yes, we want to say happy pre-birthday to the CEO. Thanks for all you do for Liberia, and Liberians are saying that they're going to celebrate you on the 4th of May. So it's right next door. You celebrate, go to church, pray, on Sunday, and then come Monday, it's going to be the actual celebration. And it's going to be a great one, a big one. And I think that's part of the reason why, the CEO is in the upper room right now. He praying, he retrospecting, appreciating God, and the appreciation to God will continue on tomorrow, on Sunday. He goes to church tomorrow, and then he comes back on Monday, ready for the birthday celebration. So it's gonna be a big one, and we're gonna keep wishing him a happy pre-birthday as he gets up to celebrate his birthday on the 4th. There's something I wanted to pull up here. I don't know if I still have it. No. So that flyer is not here yet. So we're gonna put it up tomorrow. But happy pre-birthday to the CEO. And I want to say thanks to everyone on here tonight. I appreciate you for joining us. Let me recognize a few of you. I see Liberia Rising. Thanks for being here tonight. Marie Human, we appreciate you. Thanks for the birthday greetings. I appreciate you. I see Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown, thank you for being here. Marcus Davis, we appreciate you as well. So many of you, how I made Toteman, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Telvin Payne, thanks as well. I appreciate you a whole lot for your contribution. I see Nathaniel K. Hill, thank you for being here. Nathaniel Freeman, my dear sister, thank you for being on tonight. And I see a lot of you. Charles Trey, thank you for being here. Samuel Garrison Williams, we appreciate you. And Anthony Gay, Anthony, thanks for being here as well. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for the birthday wishes. I see Charles Tay, I see a lot of you, Ernest Toman, and we want to say thanks to everybody for being on here tonight. Passcode. Jusila Liberia, and everyone, Reeves, Massaquoi, everyone. Thanks for being on. We look forward to being here tomorrow. Hopefully, one-on-one with the CEO. It's going to be a great interaction. You don't want to miss that. Until then, I'm Nelson Collet. Have a good day, and bye for now. Yes, sir. Special one.